This is high school football on iTalk 106.7, presented by Show Low Cougars.
Opens up a huge hole and scores. Wow. Oh, brother. Right side, and it is caught at the 10. 5, touchdown. Claridge wants to throw, going deep to Tate. Fagoti on the coverage, and somehow Tate comes down with it. Oh, my.
Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 106.7 Radio. High school football is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. And now, Show Low Ford presents high school football. Grill and Wings and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass.
Woods over the end zone. Good evening, everyone. We welcome you to Payson High School. Our TV broadcast begins now. We'll wait for our radio broadcast. We're a little behind schedule, but we welcome you into our pregame show. Camden Smith, Mike Side with Jimmy Bevel, and we are set for some action here tonight as the Payson Longhorns host the Show Low Cougars live from Payson High School. This matchup is going to be probably the best matchup the Cougars have had all season as they face a Payson Longhorn team that's starting to get better from week to week. They're 2-3 on the season, suffered a tough loss against Round Valley last week, but are a team that is on the mend, if you will, starting to gel as a team. And Jimmy, the Show Low Cougars need a team to bring something because they've had a lot of teams that the game was done in the first half.
There's no doubt about it. It's key to be able to see these players play throughout the entire game. And a lot of these guys are getting done at halftime, and so seeing it from start to finish has got to be the key for them.
Yeah, and we talked to Coach Reisdorf at halftime, or Ron did, of that South Mountain game, and we talked about that very subject, and his question was, when are you going to pull the starters out? And his concern is obvious. He's got to give his guys some reps because he just hasn't had a lot of games, hasn't had a chance to play his guys 4 quarters, and so that's going to be a big factor here tonight. Hopefully the Payson Longhorns bring their A game and bring a great game against the Show Low Cougars tonight. As we take a look at our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith, locked out of your car, just need a key made for your home. You can contact their mobile unit. They'll come to you. That's the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. And Jimmy, keys to tonight's game, what do you think on the Show Low Cougar side of things?
On the Show Low Cougar side of the things, I would definitely look at the tempo. You already addressed it with going 4 quarters. There's something to be said of being out there the entire time and be able to have that team really pushing you to bring your best game. We need that. Show Low needs that, but definitely the tempo will be key. Game management by Rhett Reisdorf is also very important, wanting to see how he manages taking on a better team, and then getting Chris and Moto going. That is one of the key factors to Show Low's success. Watching them through the past couple weeks, that is one young man that has so many tools that they use, and he's a workhorse for them. Yes, I do know that they have some other individuals, but Moto is one of those guys we have got to get going if Show Low wants to find success. But on the other side of the ball, I would definitely say for Payson, keep up with the tempo of Show Low. Being able to, move the chains, stay on the field, keep the defense fresh, and then score points. Got to score points.
Payson Longhorns certainly have got their work cut out for them tonight, but will this be a night for them to take advantage of perhaps a Show Low Cougar team that might be overlooking the Longhorns? As we pause to honor America in the singing of our national anthem, we'll take a break. Back with more of our pregame show when we return. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Quarter Mountain Road in Lakeside.
Welcome back to Payson High School, home of the Longhorns, host tonight to the Show Low Cougars. As we conclude our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your car, just need a key made for your vehicle. You can contact their mobile unit. They'll come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Show Low, and Heber Overgard. Time now for our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Healthcare. Summit Healthcare with the best diagnostic department, outstanding orthopedic department, and the physical therapy teams. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. And you know, you asked about Jamie Webb, Jimmy, and we're not sure what his status is for tonight, but he's certainly a guy that plays an important role on this Show Low Cougar team. Another guy that we know has a problem with a foot injury is their team's leading running back. And I'm looking for a name, Weston Kine, the junior running back who was injured a couple of weeks ago, didn't play in the South Mountain game, and so we'll see if he's back here tonight as well. That's your Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report, brought to you by Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. Advanced Diagnostic Department, outstanding orthopedic and physical therapy teams out at Summit Regional Medical Center. They have everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. That's Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center. We're going to take our final time out here. We'll be back with the opening kickoff when we return. This is high school football presented by Show Low Ford on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk 106.7.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountains' best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
It's a Cardinals shirt. I don't know what the heck's the deal.
We only need 4 out.
All right, here comes your audio.
Step back.
Safe is what you will get out of it. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile. Love your smile.
Welcome back to Payson High School, home of the Longhorns, host to the Cougars. We get a great shot of the Cougar sideline, and we go downstairs with the coin toss.
Football and have fun. Secondly, most important, good sportsmanship. You captains help us out if there's any problem, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're the visitor here. I got a coin here. That is a head, and that's a tail. Which one would you like?
Tails.
What do you say? What'd you say? Yeah, tails is. Yeah, it's a tail. Okay. Show Low won the toss and will receive. Payson, you go that way. You're defending that goal. Shake hands, guys. Have a good ball game.
All right, so the Cougars want the ball to start the game. Your thoughts on that, Jimmy?
Got to come out fast. You know, that's showing that excitement on your offensive side of the ball. Let's go to work. See what they can do.
You know, last week they elected to take the ball first as well in South Mountain. The South Mountain kicker did not kick real deep and gave Show Low some great field position on their opening series. And we'll see if that happens here tonight. I'm not sure if that's their plan or if they're just pretty confident in the fact that their offense can score points. This is certainly one of the top offenses in the state of Arizona right now for the 3A conference, and I don't think there's very many people that would argue with that.
No, that comes with the territory at Show Low. You know they're going to throw the ball. You know that they're mobile. You know they're dynamic, but also they're good at what they do, and they make it fun for the players. The guys go out there, they get excited about scoring points, moving the ball, but that's always been the key to Show Low's success, is staying on the field, moving the chains.
So all the Cougars with their kick return team out on the field. And they line up for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. Cody Irvin and James Turner back deep to receive for the Show Low Cougars. So we get a look at Turner there, and we'll get a look at Cody Irvin here in just a moment. Northland Pioneer College reminds you that when it comes time to kick off your college education, be sure to choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College.
Number 28, Kenny Ayers to kick off.
And set to kick for the Payson Longhorns as we get another look at Turner.
Saw Turner play earlier this week as well. Played against Round Valley in a quick pickup game in the rain. Got a little banged up, so we need to keep an eye on that.
Trying to find out who the kicker is for the Payson Longhorns. Looks like number 28, which we don't have him on our roster. I'm not sure who that young man is, but
the unknown.
Set to put foot into it. Gets off a good kick. It's going to roll. Bounce off the return man. Get picked up at the 5. Looking for room up the middle. Nothing there. That's Irvin. Irvin's going to be snowed under at the 7. Irvin knocked down, and not what the Cougars wanted. They'll be facing at least a 93-yard field here.
Well, when they're moving down the field like that, with Payson coming down quick as they can, ball gets past you. Irvin's doing everything he possibly can just to gain yards, but not getting past within, he's on the 4-yard line. And it looks slick out there, to be honest with you. Must have got some rain out here because his footing was a little bit off, trying to keep his feet under him. That's going to be something we need to watch tonight.
Brett Reisdorf will bring his troops to the line of scrimmage here as he shuttles the play in. Interestingly enough, Gardnier and Reedhead off the field right now as they come off. The offense is on, and it is a 1st and 10. And I'm not sure where their ball spotted. I believe it's at the 7. Give to Brown. Brown up the middle. And Brown, not much there as the Longhorns defensively doing a good job to trip him up, and all of a sudden we get the left tackle of the Show Low Cougars up limping. And we'll check out
fast tempo.
Matthew Anderson out there for the Cougars. Looks like he may be injured. Gets back to the huddle. Reisdorf back up under center. 2nd down and 7 after a gain of 3. Give to Brown again. Brown off tackle right side. He tries to get around the edge. Nothing there. Payson Longhorns stiffening up on defense.
Well, Coach Reisdorf has his war daddies out there. He's got his big players out there because they're so worried about the issue of being so close to their end zone. So they're not in a passing formation. And so what Payson has the opportunity to do is tighten down, and since they have a tight formation, I mean, it doesn't allow them to bounce out or get inside. It's just tough to be able to find success there.
Very tight sets along that offensive line as Reisdorf goes under center with a full house backfield behind him. From the heavy wishbone, rolling to his left is Reisdorf. He gets to the 5-yard line and we knock down a loss on the play, it looks like here.
Well, looks like there's some serious miscommunication on that play. Coming out of that tight formation, I think everybody was expecting a pass to come out of that, but Jason Brown slowed down. Nobody was really out there in the flats, and Reisdorf had to take off.
That was Carvin Vaughn on the tackle for the Payson Longhorns. We apologize, a pole restricting our view here on the stream. And the Show Low Cougars on 4th down get off a nice punt. This one end over end that will be fielded at the Show Low Cougar 45. To the 40, up the numbers, now to the sideline and knocked down. That's JT Dolnich, who is going to be knocked down at the Show Low Cougar 35. They'll give him the 34-yard line. And so the Payson Longhorns going to have excellent field position.
Ideal situation, nice start. If you're at home and you're in Payson and excited about this kind of opportunity, here you go. You're sitting at the 34-yard line looking at your own end zone against the Show Low Cougars. So let's see how we start. Hopefully they can start fast.
Payson Longhorns threatening here early. No score. First possession for the Longhorns. 9:59 left to play here in the first quarter. Pitch, sweep, right side. Not much there. Gain to the 33-yard line.
Well, they're out there in that wing T offense, and look, you're going to have offensive linemen moving fast. Just a quick toss to the outside towards the boundary, but you run out of real estate very quick there. Had to pop it to the inside, but gained just a couple.
Cameron Ross on the carry, gains 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And you got to think that the Cougars may be a little bit surprised here about this Payson Longhorn team, Jimmy.
That's loud out here, man. They're excited. They want to win, and they've been scoring points these past couple weeks. So let's see.
Quarterback Ryan Rickey pitches left side to Dolnich. Dolnich sweeping to the left side, doesn't get around the edge. Great play in the backfield as the tackle is made, I believe.
Garrett Lynn,
it was the junior 5'10", 150-pounder from the Show Low Cougars.
And what Show Low's always taken pride of is setting the edge, not letting people get outside of them. They've always found success in games defensively when they keep teams bottled up. And so 2 plays so far, Payson trying to get outside, not finding success.
3rd down and 9. Ricky looking to throw, has a man, it is caught, slips a tackle, drags a tackle with him out across the 20-yard line to the 18, good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. First down for the Payson Longhorns. The reception is made by Angel Jaquez, the senior 5'10", 110-pound wide receiver, gives the Payson Longhorns their first down.
Why not go to your senior, your veteran, and know where the sticks are the first down? He turns around, catches it, turns it up, first down.
How about running after contact?
Always got to get the yards.
Great job moving the feet and keeping those alive. As Ricky hands to Dolnich, he bounces to the outside, finds some room across the 15. Will be knocked down near the 13-yard line as the tackle is made by Gabbard.
Well, Dolnich is a big kid. Is it Dolnich? Yes. He's a big kid, but they're running right at the teeth of the defense of Show Low, and actually found some success right there, right off tackle. So let's keep an eye on that. But, I mean, pretty big, stout kid. Let's see if he can keep his feet, because I mean, he took some contact and still moved on that one.
Well, and it's a 175 pounder, 5'10", 175 pounds. Throw across the middle. Ricky's got him in the end zone. Touchdown! The Payson Longhorns open up their opening drive with the score and the touchdown reception made by Terry. DeAndre Terry, the junior slot back, is able to come up with the football in the end zone.
Perfect timing. Hey, Payson set that play up from the get-go, and looking like they wanted that play. They've been running the ball. They've been consistent with it. Little play action, a little misdirection, and a pass right in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Tall quarterback, strong arm. Keep an eye on that.
On for the point after try is number 28 of the Payson Longhorns. We don't have his name, but he is perfect down the middle. And it's the Payson Longhorns who lead it here early, 7-0, 7:51 left to play first quarter. We step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Payson, Arizona. As Kenny Ayers puts boot into it. Cody Irwin picks it up at the 12. Runs up the middle, has some room to the 30. He'll be knocked down at the 34. Big return for the Cougars. They've got great field position on their second possession. They trail here 7-0.
Irwin wasted no time going straight ahead. Hey, let's not mess around. Let's get these yards back, and he's working to get that tempo back. See if Show Low can go ahead and steal some of that mojo.
Cougars on their opening drive were stymied by this Payson Longhorn defense. It's a surprise of about everybody that I know. Reisdorf in the gun, takes a snap, throws right. It is Reedhead. Reedhead up the right side, slips the tackle, gets out to the 39. Good gain on first down for the Cougars.
Yeah, those receivers, man, I'll tell you what, those receivers slip screens are dynamic. It's pretty much a run play, and you don't lose much once you throw that. If it goes out of bounds, if he drops it, no big deal, move on. Great play.
Reisdorf on second down and 5 will hand left side to Omoto. Turns it up at the 40. Stiff arms a tackle at the 45. He'll be upended there, though, at the 46-yard line. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. First down, Parker on the tackle for the Longhorns.
iTalk Radio has been watching Omoto for a while, but I'll tell you what, he has got to get going this game. Nice first down run, outside, getting outside, finding success. That's key. It's key to Omoto's game.
Reisdorf takes the snap, hands it off straight ahead, and Omoto has a big run on first down here across midfield in the Payson Longhorn territory, knocked down at the 46. Gain of 9 on first down, and Jason Bland on the tackle for the Longhorns.
Show Low's not huddling at all, just getting that tempo going. Kudos to the offensive line.
Gotta love the up-tempo game as Reisdorf takes the shotgun snap, rolls right, throws. It is caught by Omoto at the 30 or 42. He takes it to the 40. Good for another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. The tackle is made by Glasscock for the Longhorns.
Hey, this is Omoto's game right here. Getting out there in the flats. Let's see what he can do in space. Always find success in that way. Hey, good tempo by Rhett Reisdorf at the time. Finding success early.
Reisdorf in the gun, takes the snap, Throws to his left, throws. Caught by Brown at the 35, to the 30. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 31 by Plant.
Now, one thing I haven't seen in Rhett Reisdorf's game in a long time is showing that touch. Hey, he wants to throw everything as hard as he can, but he throws that ball to Jason Brown, knowing his personnel and knowing he can dump that ball off. Shows a lot of touch and just about a first down throw. So 2nd and 1.
Nice pickup on first down. Cougars starting to get their offense going here as they find themselves at the 31 of the Longhorns. They go with the draw to Turner. Turner to the 25, has a first down and more. He'll be tripped up at the 30, knocked down inside the 28 by Julian Parker.
What a challenging play for Payson to have to defend right there. But kudos, hey, that's a great play right there, backdoor. It's a backdoor draw, and everything looks like it's going right. Rhett looking right, play goes left. Tough one to keep up with.
Cougars trail 7-0. After the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down, looking for a option here. Reisdorf flush, gets away from 2. And nice job by Reisdorf just to find some extra time here on the near side. He's going to be run out of bounds, though, as he ran out of real estate at or around the 30-yard line. And they will mark him down at, well, check it here. Looks like they'll be at the, what is that,
19?
Jimmy?
19-yard line. 18, there you go.
From the 18, 2nd down and 10, a loss on the play. And Reisdorf hands to Turner. He sweeps right side, tries to cut it inside, but the Longhorns are there. And I think the biggest surprise tonight has been the defense of the Payson Longhorns as Cameron Ross records another tackle on that defensive end.
A nice quick outside play by Turner, but hey, let's look at Turner's a sophomore. He's got to start running behind his pads. He does run a little bit young. If not, he's gonna have to find some success lowering his pads.
Reisdorf rolling to his left, in trouble, spins, gets away from one, fires, on the end zone! No way! What a catch by Cody Irvin! You've got to be kidding me! How about that?
Cannot give up on the play right there. That is what Rhett has done since he was a young kid. Be able to get out there and find somebody deep in the back of the end zone. That just shows the trust you have in your receivers and not giving up on the play. Puts it out there, let the kid make a play. Cody Irvin, way to go.
So the Cougars on to try the equalizer as Gardnier set to kick. The hold by Reisdorf. The kick is up. It is good. And with 5:13 left to play first quarter, it's the Show Low Cougars who tie it 7-7. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Of your smile. Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Let's keep having some fun here, man. I have no idea.
Welcome back. The Show Low Cougars with the equalizer. It's 7-all with 5:13 left to play here in the first. And it's going to be a long night for us with our connection here tonight, I'm afraid, as we continue to get disconnected by somehow on our connection. We welcome back our radio listeners as Gardnier gets set to put boot into it. He kicks it, angles to the right side, and it goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It'll be a penalty, and the Payson Longhorns are going to get good field position again. They'll start from their 35, although not as good as their opening possession.
Heads up play by DeAndre Terry right there, letting that ball go out of bounds. Could have picked it up. I think he was excited about picking it up. but let it roll out of bounds and getting that ball, I believe, on the 35. That's a pretty good field position if you're thinking about it. But nice and loud, good tempo, excitement out here. The fans are packed, lights are on, 7-7 ball game.
Gardenier there for those of you watching online at iTalk1067.com. We are streaming tonight. Couple of touchdowns early in this one. We're tied at 7. Hand it off to the left side. Terry trying to sweep around the left edge, and the Cougars are there. Defensively, they wrap him up and knock him down at the 35. Jason Brown, the first one to hit him.
Well, they're running that ball to the boundary, and it looks like he has 2 lead blockers right there on that nice sweep. But Show Low not losing contain and also not getting out leveraged. Good play.
Let's go downstairs and check in with the new improved Brandon Todd. His name is now Ron Everingham. Ron?
Yeah, that's right. What do you say? Hey, just a couple observations as they're working on number 5 down here on the field. One, this field is very wet, so you're seeing people take long cuts on their turns. And I noticed that in the pregame when I was doing my pregame sprints, Camden. It was slick. So, you were down here with me, you know that.
Yeah, no, I didn't notice you doing any sprints.
Yeah,
Ron, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was that before or after the Snicker bar?
Yeah, I haven't had one of those yet. Hey, and the other thing is this Payson Longhorn team is a big team. I mean, I want to say just with the eyeball test, they look bigger than the Show Low team, which I think is the first time we could say that from any Show Low games we've covered this year.
All right, thanks a lot, Ron. Cameron Ross, the injured player, appears to be okay. So he goes out under his own power. Under 5 to play now here. First quarter, we're tied at 7. Second down and 10 for the Payson Longhorns from their own 35. Ricky takes the snap, hands off right side. Hole has some room, 40, 45, 50. He's got some room down the near side to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Shane Law scores from 45 yards, 65-yard touchdown for the Longhorns. And the Longhorns are going to make this one tough.
Hey, if you wear number 1, you got to be a good player. And they gave that ball to him around the sweep, and I'll tell you what, he had 2 lead blockers and just field ahead of him. And boy, did he take off running. Nobody could catch him. Impressive run.
Shane Law, a 6'1", 165-pound junior for the Payson Longhorns. And on to try the extra point is our mystery man, Kenny Ayers, who's wearing 28 tonight. And he puts it through, and the Longhorns lead 14-7.
One play.
With 4:45 left to play in the first quarter. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Feeling it.
Welcome back to the Payson Longhorns Stadium, home of the Payson Longhorns. Host to the Cougars tonight. The Longhorns are shocking, I think, everybody with a 14-7 lead early in this contest. They jumped out on first. DeAndre Terror with a pass from Ricky to open the game with the first touchdown for the Longhorns. The Cougars drive down on the ensuing possession and score 1. And then the Payson Longhorns strike back on a big play here on the right side by their speedster around the right end, Shane Law. And they are up now 14-7. So we saw Turner there a moment ago. Ayers set to kick here for the Payson Longhorns from the Longhorn 40. Ayers and Irwing stand at their 5. Turner going to field it from the goal line, but they say he stepped into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and they come out to the 20-yard line where the Cougars will have an 80-yard field.
You're down 7. You got to go out there. What is Red thinking right now? Coach Reisdorf as well. Do you come out here? Do you slow the pace down? It's an exciting atmosphere. Do you slow things down, run the ball, or do you go back out there and try to match tempo with tempo? Curious to see how they approach this drive.
You know, the running game hasn't been there for the Cougars here early. They struggled to get the running game going, Jimmy.
Got to get a moto going right here.
And if they cannot get the running game, it'll be hard to rely on that passing game for the whole contest, although that last drive they were able to score. And we'll see what happens here from the 20, 1st and 10. Reisdorf rolling to his left, down 14-7. In trouble, spins, now steps up. He's going to hit back at the 10, knocked down at the 12. Got to get rid of that football.
You got to get rid of the football. You cannot hold on to it. Doesn't matter what level you're in, Pee Wee, all the way up to the NFL. Do not hold on to the ball. When the play's dead, throw it away and live for another down. My dad, he coached me in high school. Boy, would he get on me about that. Let the ball go.
Not sure who made the sack. Corbin White, first one there. A couple of other Payson Longhorns to help that out. Longhorns now putting the Cougars in a deep hole. 2nd and 18. Rolling right now, turn, throw to Emoto, caught at the 10, turns it up at the 15 to the 20, steps a tackle to the 30, to the 40, midfield, steps on the tackle at the 40, he's gonna go, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Show Low Cougars from 85 yards away.
I think Coach Reisdorf stole something from the iTalk playbook up here, because he said we talked about getting a moto going. Have to have it backdoor screen pass to the boundary, to the house. Great play, great throw, but also great finish by Emoto.
88 yards for the Show Low Cougars score. And, you know, I guess when you've got plays like that in your bag, Jimmy, doesn't matter if your running game's not working.
It doesn't matter. When you got it like that, hey, you got to throw it to the screen, let it work.
Gardner on for the point after try. He splits the uprights, and it's 14-14. We step away with 3:46 left to play first quarter. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back. We're tied at 14. And the scoring's been so fast and furious, I haven't even been able to keep up with my drive chart here, Jimmy. It's been quite the first quarter of action.
Well, we discussed earlier in this game, the keys were, hey, can they score? Can Payson score? What we didn't expect was Payson to be scoring and Show Low having to match them, which is an interesting approach right now. So let's see how Payson comes out here. Are they going to slow it down, or are they going to hit it again and try to hit the big bomb or hit the big play?
Gardner tees it up at the Show Low Cougar 40. Back to receive for the Payson Longhorns. Ross and Terry, we'll get a shot of those guys here in just a second for you. There's Gardner. Chance to watch it at iTalk1067.com. More on that in a moment. Is Gardner going to kick this one towards Terry, and it was going out of bounds. Terry touched it at the 13. It goes out, so that's where it'll be. That's where the Payson Longhorns will take over instead of getting the penalty and having it at the 35.
Yeah, that was one of those. The last time Terry got that kick to him, now he waited, and he let it roll out of bounds. That one he got a little anxious, probably wanted to make a play. Hey, it goes off the fingertips, out of bounds. Just got to live for another play right there.
Looks like they'll mark it back at the 12, where the Longhorns will start their third drive. So far, neither defense has shown up tonight, as we've had 4 drives, 2 from each team, and all of them ending in touchdowns. 3:46 left to play first quarter. We're tied at 14. Longhorns from their 12 will hand it off up the middle. Not much there, but the running back's going to churn some feet, get some yards after contact out to the 15.
Well, Show Low does a good job of collapsing that play, just an off-tackle play right there. Hey, you got to collapse it. Linebackers are filling. Everybody's holding their gap assignment. Great job, but you're still getting 3 yards, but you're hoping for 3 to 4 yards to carry. to start your drive. So not a bad run, even though it didn't look pretty for Payson.
Dylan Gabbard in on the stop for the Cougars. 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. Laws back in for the Longhorns. And they give to Dolanich going left side. Dolanich can't get there. Brown from the middle linebacker spot will knife in and knock him down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1.
Well, Jason definitely is one of those players on the team. He's the leader of the defense. Same with J.B. Webb as well. I don't know if he's out there full time, but hey, great job by Brown. He's got, being in the middle of the defense, he's got to be able to get from sideline to sideline. For him to make that play, especially with lead blockers in front. I even saw the quarterback out there pulling in front of that sweep in order to block. That's a big kid. But Jason Brown being able to stay gap sound and making that tackle, textbook.
2.5 left to play here in this first quarter of action, with 4 scores already on the board. We're tied at 14. Throw across the middle that is caught at the 25 and spins. It is Jaquez on the reception, has a first down. He'll be knocked down at the 30. I believe it was Irwin and Turner on the tackle for the Show Low Cougars, but a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Payson Longhorns.
Well, Ron mentioned on the field, the quarterback had a nice pocket. Even on top of that, that was a dig route, which is about a 12 to 14 yard pattern, which takes time to throw. That's not a crossing pattern, a shallow cross. That was a deeper pattern and caught. Great catch.
And off the law, ball's loose. And the Longhorns, did they fall on it? The Cougars say they did. Emoto says the Cougars did. The fumble is recovered by the Show Low Cougars. It's Jacob Mills who comes up with the pigskin for the green and gold.
Well, those are drive killers. For Payson especially, that's a drive killer because here you are trying to stay on top of the Show Low. Show Low knows how to score points. And so right there is, hey, you don't want to start playing the turnover battle, the turnover game, especially with a team that can score. So Show Low hopefully can capitalize on this, but Payson's going to have to be able to take care of the ball.
28-yard line.
2:04 left to play, and the Show Low Cougars with a great opportunity here, tied up at 14. Give to Emoto, gets around one, slips another one, and Chris Emoto, one of the most elusive runners I have ever watched in high school football, knocked down inside the 25, will be knocked down at about the 23. The tackle was made by DeAndre Terry.
Man, let me tell you something about Emoto. He has been patient. He's been waiting behind a lot of running backs here at Show Low, and now it is his time to take over, and he's making the best of his opportunity. Boy, is he shifty, boy, is he talented, but he is the leader of this offense, but nobody will even say it just because he hasn't been out there as much as some of these other guys.
2nd and 4. Greenhead wide right, bunch set on the left side, give to Emoto. Emoto up the middle, has close to a first down as he gets across the 20. Will be knocked down at about the 18. Julian Parker on the tackle for the Longhorns.
Well, nice power play right there. And to be honest with you, you got to give the kudos there to the offensive line. You know, me as a quarterback when I played in high school, you think you did it all alone, but Emoto's getting loose because of the offensive line and the tempo. And you got to keep the tempo to keep the Longhorns on their heels, and Emoto's making the best of it.
Greenhead wide right again. 2 receivers in tied on the left side of the line. Reisdorf on first down and 10 after the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. He has Gardnier at the 6. Caught. Gardnier spins inside the 2, and a penalty marker comes as Gardnier is going to be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Gardnier picks up a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down if this play stands. Awaiting the official call here from...
While they're talking, I just want to be able to point out that Emoto made an extreme awesome block right there. Be able to hold the edge for Reisdorf to be able to get out there to find more time and capitalize. Reisdorf, great throw, nice connection.
And we are on the visitor side, so tonight as we show you the shot of the official, he'll have his back to you throughout the night, but hopefully we'll get his words here.
There are 2 penalties on the play of holding on the offense. We have block in the back also on the Cougars. The block in the back will be declined. The holding will be accepted. 10-yard penalty.
All right, thanks.
Anybody else confused?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, what a time for that to take place as the Show Low Cougars, instead of a first and goal from the 2, now face a second down. Oh, they repeat the down, so first down and 20.
Got him.
Down the middle.
Touchdown.
It is a touchdown. 29 yards on the score. Right down the middle to Reedhead.
Well, let's say, Camden, one thing, the golden rule for the quarterback is don't throw late down the middle. Well, that was on time. Perfect throw down the seam, especially with 2 high safeties. Wonderful throw. Connection is prime. That's a young man out of Reedhead that's definitely finding his groove early on in the season. They're going to need him. They're going to need all these guys if they're going to continue on with success in the playoffs.
Jake Reedhead, just a junior, 5'11", 165-pounder with the score. Gardenier on for the point after try with 37 seconds left in the quarter. Chance to take a 7-point lead, and he puts it through. It is the Cougars up the first time. This is the first time they've led in the contest. They lead 21-14. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Payson High School. The Longhorns had the lead there for a moment. It was tied up. They had the lead again. It was tied up, and now after a turnover, a fumble recovery, Reedhead scores on a 29-yard reception from Rhett Reisdorf, and the Show Low Cougars up for the first time tonight, 21-14, with 37 seconds left in this first quarter. If you like offense, Jimmy, this is your game.
Well, playing quarterback in college, I mean, obviously I want the offense to take off, but I just want to know where Dustin Clough gets his haircut. That's all I want to know. But that shot was perfect.
Gardenier puts boot into it, and Terry is driven back to the 5. He returns it there. Up to
speed.
The far
He's
side
got speed.
Steps a tackle to the 40, 45. Caught from behind by Jason Brown at the 50-yard line. A huge touchdown-saving tackle by Jason Brown.
Can't quit on the play right there. I'll tell you what, his blocking was there, and then it was gone. And Jason Brown actually retraced, came from far, and actually retraced and made that tackle. So you can't quit, can't give up on a play. Right there, touchdown-saving play. Great job, Jason Brown, and also obviously the rest of the team. Don't want to make that sound like it was bad, but obviously great hustle play.
30 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's a 21-14 ball game. Cougars give to Dolanich, and he works the left side of the line this time, gets around the edge and picks up about 6. Tackled by Emoto at the Show Low Cougar 49.
Well, like we discussed earlier, Dolanich is a big kid, and you got to run him. You got to get him going, and definitely you get 4 yards on the first down on a run play. That's what you're looking for. And hey, you're only down by a touchdown. You don't need to hurry. If you're Payson right here, play your game. Do not play the whole, I got to hustle, we got to score as fast as we can approach. End of the first quarter, talk with the players, settle it down.
That wraps it up. First quarter's in the books. Cougars up 21-14. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
ePark.com for details.
Great shots from our students at Show Low High School. You can watch tonight's contest by tuning in at iTalk1067.com. That's ITALK1067. iTalk.com. You can rewind that first half. You'll spend the whole game doing that because there were 5 touchdowns in that first quarter, I should say. 21-14. It is the Cougars with the lead. And the Payson Longhorns threatening here after a good return are now in Cougar territory after that play. We'll have the ball spotted at the Show Low Cougar 47 and face a 3rd and 4.
Not much outside right there. Great play by Emoto and the rest of the team, but 3rd down, 4. Curious on what coach is going to call. I'm thinking it's going to be a boot out. They'd like to get this quarterback definitely outside, so we'll see what he can do.
Longhorn center receiver here to the near side. Ricky under center on 3rd and 4. They'll hand it off right side to Ross. Ross tries to get around the edge, and he'll be upended. Jason Brown, I believe, on the stop on that far side.
Well, there's no doubt that Payson has speed. Payson has a lot of speed. They're trying to get outside. That's where the big plays hit. That's where they found that big hitter with number 1, obviously, La. But also, listen, the defense is making some adjustments. Jason Brown staying gap sound just like earlier and making the solid tackle.
10:48 left to play. Don't forget our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. I forgot to tell you, Jimmy, that you're responsible for figuring out what that is.
I don't even know.
We got a timeout, Blue. We'll take a timeout with them. Longhorns want to talk it over. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk 106.7.com.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountain's best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Well, it's the Cougars in front, 21-14 with 10:43 remaining here in this second quarter now. Opening paragraph of the second.
Metallica. Sorry. Got excited about that Metallica intro.
4th down and 5. And it looks like the Longhorns going to try to punt, but we get a bad snap and probably a fortunate flag coming out here as the official's going to blow this one dead.
False start on the offense.
False start against the Longhorns.
That's actually probably lucky for the Longhorns.
Yep. Bad snap over the head. Don't know how tall that punter is, but he's not over 6 foot. And I'll tell you what, that bad boy was going over pretty quick, making an athletic play. But those are right there, that turnover battle we were talking about. Cannot turn over the ball to the team that can score. Got to protect it.
That's Dolanich back there to punt. He is
5'10", okay.
5'10", 175 pounds. He puts up the end-over-end punt. Turner comes up to field it, lets it go. Penalty marker flies here on the near side. Payson Longhorns going to pick up the rolling ball at the Show Low Cougar 16-yard line. We'll await the call from the official as we get another penalty marker thrown near the line of scrimmage. Actually about 8 yards downfield here. The official's not liking something in that punt cover team, perhaps, although they appear to be talking to the Payson Longhorn captain here. And Turner really close that time to having some trouble with that return. I wasn't sure if he signaled for a fair catch or not, but.
Well, hey, at South Mountain, we saw it last week. He was kind of flirting with some of those balls that were coming in a little quick, and he wasn't. I know he's a young kid, but Clough, running the special teams, is going to need to sit down with him and chat with him. Make a decision a little quicker.
Here's the official here. Maybe we get a call as we get a shot of the Show Low Cougar faithful. And not sure we are going to get the call yet, as the official's going to come over and talk to Coach Reisdorf now. And I guess they have an option here. I'm not sure what the call is yet, but they're deciding whether they want to mark him back 15 yards or not. And the official getting ready to clue us in on what's going on. The marker is down at the 46-yard line of the Cougars. about 8 yards down, 6
Illegal helmet contact on number 10 to blue. You got 15-yard penalty. We're going to re-kick.
All right, so the Longhorns forced to re-kick this one. So a break for the Cougars, who were going to operate inside their 20. Now get a chance. Turner gets another chance to see if he can return this.
Well, those are just interesting calls right there. Like, we did not expect that one. Didn't see it. Good job officiating crew by seeing that, protecting the guys, protecting the kids especially.
So Dolanich is set to kick again. This time he will stand at his 18. Good snap and another whistle and another penalty marker flies. I'm not sure what's going on with this punt cover team, but I'll tell you, the special teams coach not going to be happy at halftime.
Dead ball, false start on the offense, number 10.
So another penalty. That's the second penalty on the Payson Longhorns, number 10. Angel Jaquez, or maybe Angel Jaquez. Not sure which one it is, but the 5'10", 165-pound senior forcing the Longhorns to go the wrong direction. This time Dolanich set to kick from his 15, gets this one off. And a nice little tail down spiral, and it is Turner who calls for the fair catch and then runs afterwards, but theyll say no, he's down at the 42. And that's where the Cougars will take over. Cougars up 21-14. And how important is this possession, Jimmy?
Well, I'm just going to ask you a question, Camden. Have you ever caught a punt?
No.
Okay, fielding a punt is challenging. Turner's got a hard job. This drive is important, by the way. Just getting up. Can you get up by 2 scores and slow down Payson just to calm them down, or are you going to let them stay in the game?
Yeah, we get a chance to see if Payson can work from behind. They're down a touchdown now. Now the Cougars looking to work. Throw right side, caught by Irwin, crosses the midfield mark, and knocked down at the Payson Longhorn 48. Carver Vaughn on the tackle for the Longhorns.
Well, one of the easiest throws in the book right there, guys. Throwing to the boundary, quick hitch throw. You got soft coverage by the corner. He's playing off. Well, you just know he's going to go to 5 yards, turn around, catch the ball for you. It's a very quick throw, very efficient. Hey, first down. That's what you're looking for. Moving the chains.
And a chance to set up something a little bit deeper as you draw those corners in, especially if you can make 9 yards on each play. It looks like they're going to measure this one, though. So they'll bring the chains in all the way from the other side of the field to get a measurement. And, you know, a game that started off moving so quickly we could hardly even write things down has slowed to a snail's pace with pretty much all penalties and officiating.
Well, you're paying the guys to hold the chains. You know, you might as well have run across once or twice.
There's a great look from our Show Low Cougar crew, and the official signals first down, and a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. I want to remind you tonight's contest brought to you in part by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Also Subway, eat fresh at Subway. We had our Subway today, and they've treated us well with some great sandwiches here tonight. Cougars set to go to work after the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass timeout from the Payson Longhorn 48. Give to Emoto, and Emoto has 3 or 4 up the middle at the knockdown at the 45.
Well,
Jeremiah Ham, the first one there to get it.
No, Camden, that right there, Emoto, he needs to keep it tight. We call it chip and paint, which means if you have 2 cars, you want to stay tight like a chip paint of a car. That right there is one of those that he got too wide outside, and the blocking was on the inside for him. So, got to be disciplined and keep that tight A-gap play for him, but he bounced it out to the C-gap where you find trouble.
Cougars send out 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Hand to Emoto, sweeps right, turns it up at the 45. He'll be hit, though, at the 40-yard line and goes down awkwardly with a penalty marker coming in late at the 44-yard line. And was Ross on the tackle, I believe, for the Longhorns.
Strong block.
Holding, number 51 on White, will repeat second down.
Well, that's a tough one right there, Camden, because that's one where you're tripped up, you fall down, you grab a guy, you're hanging on to anything. That one, I saw the whole thing. Jason Brown came up and cleaned up after him. It was pretty violent, but to be honest with you, it was one of those that he kind of fell down. I think his hands got a little caught in there. Not one of those that he was trying to really drag him down.
So a break here for the Longhorns as this will mark the ball back into Cougar territory at the Cougar 46. They go with the same set though. Jason Brown lines up in the slot on the right side. Thought they were going to move him for a minute. They do not. Turner's a single back in the backfield with Rice-Dorf. Play action. Looks down the middle of the field. He throws. It is to Irwin, and it's overthrown. Irwin covered fairly well in double coverage, and Rice-Dorf threw it in a good spot in that situation where nobody could get it except for Irwin. A little too long for him.
Well, that's one of those plays, hey, like we talked about, you're trying to get a vertical play, you're trying to draw these corners in, but hey, that's double coverage. You're throwing late down the middle. We discussed that earlier, so that's one of those where he had two receivers go left, and he's throwing to the isolated receiver on the right. Right there, he had max protection, and you can't throw late down the middle. If it's not there, like you did, just put it over and move on to the next play.
8:52 left to play here in this first half. Cougars up 21-14. Third down and 18. They give on a draw, and it is that Emoto on the play? Emoto gets to the 45, and not much more.
I don't think that was drawn up right, actually, because usually when everything's going left, the moto, that draw usually is going opposite. For some reason, it was going towards the play, and hey, Payson sniffed it out. That was one of those that usually they're doing the backdoor draw, and he slides out. Well, he got caught up, and don't know if it was drawn up right or if there was a miscommunication there. But hard run to get back close to the prior line of scrimmage for Emoto.
Wolf Hound, the player who made the tackle there for the Payson Longhorns. And that's a football name if I ever heard one. And on fourth down, they'll punt it away. On the quick punt, bounces at the 15, rolls down the middle. This one could be stopped by Gardenier at the 1 yard line, and he picks it up.
We've always questioned Rice-Dorf on the quarterback punt. Okay, we've always said, hey, well, it's an interesting, you don't need a punter, we just have a quarterback do it. Well, I'll tell you what, I think Brett's been doing that since about 1992. Okay, he's been doing that since he was a little kid. That ball went down to the 1 yard line. I mean, what do you need a punter when you can do something like that? That's special.
Yeah, great. I mean, what did it go, 54 yards? 54-yard punt, no return. And so the Payson Longhorns set up shop out of the shadow of their own goalpost, down by a touchdown, 21-14. Under 8 to play before halftime. Single receiver left, handed off.
Quarterback sneak.
Oh, excuse me, a keeper by Ricky, and Ricky out to the 5. Gets a good surge that time and has some breathing room now.
Well, Ricky's got a body frame of a college quarterback. I mean, the kid's a big old kid. 6'5", 180. He's doing quarterback sneak. He's at least going to fall forward to get you 2. So that's a hard, nice little run by him. Impressive, getting 3-4 yards.
All he has to do is fall over. Under center, Ricky with 2 backs split in the backfield behind him. Hands to the second back on the right side. That's Dolnich. Dolnich gets around the edge and able to get out to close to the 8 yard line, looks like. Tackle by Irwin.
Hey, Irwin, nice dice tackle by him. What I liked most about that play was that was going to be a big hit right there, but defensively, Show Low strung him out towards the sideline. Never let him really get vertical on you. That was only about a 2 yard run. Could have been bigger, but Show Low strung him out defensively towards the sideline. Well done by them.
Clock under 7 to play now. And a big 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Longhorns as Ricky sends a receiver wide to the left. And a couple of wings, left and right. They hand it off right side. It is Law, and Law's tripped up. Falls forward across the 10 yard line. He'll be not marked at the 12. Nope, they mark him back at the 11. This is going to be close to a 1st down. We'll see how close here in a moment. Difficult for us to tell. Our vantage point not the greatest here at Payson.
What a quick hitter, though, huh? I mean,
man, he was off.
Yeah, Law gets going quick. He lost his footing a little bit, but hey, he's more of a power runner than I thought he was. I thought he was just going to be a swing guy getting out to the boundary, but he was definitely coming in hot right there, getting in towards the A-B gap right there where the big guys are. So I was impressed with them. Looks like they're going to go for it right here. And,
from their 9. the Longhorns. 4th down and 2 from their 9. Gonna go for it. Ricky under center. Long snap count. And penalty markers finally fly. Who do they call it on here?
Yep. Hard count.
There's the official call.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. 56. Be a first down.
Hey, that's fatigue right there, Camden. Hey, that's right there where you're starting. That's not very smart thinking right there defensively for Show Low. You know that if it's 4th and 2, you got to expect a hard count from the quarterback to jump you off sides. And executed perfectly by Payson and Ricky. So very impressive. Kudos to him. First down, Payson.
And that's from a veteran player too, not the guy you expect to do that. The junior Dylan Gabbard, who had significant playing time last year, and you don't expect that.
Dylan Gabbard got a lot of playing time as a freshman. Okay, so that's one of those things. You've seen a lot of snaps. You've been out there quite a bit. You gotta know the scenario of what's going to happen when you're out there, especially on a 4th and 2 heads-up play.
Longhorns taking advantage of the aggressiveness of the Cougars on that play and have a nice little opening off tackle left side and get out across the 15 out to the 18-yard line. That's Dolanich on the carry again here for the Longhorns, and a decent carry on first down, picking up 5 yards.
I also want to remind our viewers, they're only down by a touchdown. You think these slow runs are killing the clock, but guys, there's 5 minutes left. And that's Dolanich running behind the tackle right there, running behind his pads, getting a 4-yard run. That's exactly what you want as an offense. Don't give the ball back to Show Low.
Josh Mills checks out of the lineup for the Cougars as the Longhorns on 2nd down, looking to throw. Ricky has his man, but threw it right into the gut. Actually, right off of the shoulder pads of Dolanich, and he does not corral it in. As we get an injured player down at the 30-yard line. That was good for a first down if he hangs on, but he did not.
Well, Camden, what you're looking for as a quarterback, you're looking for lanes. You're looking for lanes to throw in right there on a boot action, and you're having different layers of guys about 5 yards apart. What you don't want is them to be stacked on top of each other. You never want them to be stacked on top of each other. You want to make sure that they're staggered a little bit so there's throwing lanes right there. There was 3 guys standing right around each other, and heck, what was the defense? I mean, it looked like everybody was open right there, but went off his head, and I think he's more, I don't know if 88's hurt here. I think his pride's a little bit hurt because I don't know if he was the one thrown to or not, but maybe we dropped that one. But, man, that's one of those heads-up plays you got to have, especially on a 2nd down.
I think it was Dolanich that dropped it. Dallin Keith up now and off under his own power. The 6'2 senior, 190-pounder, making his way to the Payson Longhorns sideline. Longhorns now with a 3rd down and 5, called 3rd and 6. From the 17, call it the 18-yard line. And the Longhorns been successful on 2 drives tonight, trailing by a touchdown. Receiver here to the near side. Ricky under center with a slot on the right side. 2 men split behind him. The give is to Ross, and Ross gets across the 20-yard line. And a gain of not much, about 2 or 3.
Camden, interesting call right there. You're expecting on a 3rd and 6 that you're going to be getting something big there. Maybe a boot out action. That last play that they ran was hopefully their first down play. But just giving it off tackle right there, I don't know if that was more of a let's just move on kind of play. Hopefully it pops, but it didn't. Good job defensively, Show Low.
Yeah, that was Shane Law actually on the play. And a 4th down and 4. And this time they show punt. Dolanich back at his 10. Turner for the Cougars stands back at the
long snapper right there, Camden, is the quarterback. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not know that. He gets off a good snap here, and Dolanich hits a good punt. Turner fumbles it, but falls on it at the Cougar 49.
Turner. We got to make sure we protect that ball, especially when you're getting in the colder weather, wet weather, and playoffs. Got to protect the ball, and that has been one of the most iffy things that we've seen week by week with Show Low is catching that ball on a punt.
And, one of the things is when you're up by 40 points, that play not that critical. But here with a 1 touchdown lead, you definitely don't want to turn the ball over with 3:47 left to play before half. And they'll come out with their offense, though. They spot him back at the 48. As we see 4 receivers out now for the Cougars. They throw, caught by Gardner. No, he dropped it at the 30-yard line. Gardner had nothing but green grass in front of him.
Green grass and vertical play right there, Cameron, man. They just went all verts. Hey, we got 3 minutes to take a shot, and perfect throw. Seam ball, everything's got to be on time. When you're throwing a line ball like that, especially down the seam, it's got to be on time. Just off the fingertips of Gardner.
Absolutely impressive pass by Rhett Reisdorf, and he's got an arm with a lot of accuracy, and you can see why this Show Low Cougar team's pretty excited about their season. As they'll send Gardner and Reedhead here to the near side, single receiver to the left. It is Brown lined up in the slot on the right side. They fake to Emoto, throw a little wide receiver screen to Reedhead. He gets inside and will be hammered at the 49-yard line and pushed back into Show Low Cougar territory. He has forward progress to the 47.
Camden, those wide receiver screens are beautiful, but they also take time. And offensively, when it comes to an offensive line blocking a linebacker or sometimes a safety or a corner, man, it's hard to hold that block and sustain it for that long a time. And we saw it, we witnessed it right there, just getting past one of the linemen, making a big play. Nice stop.
Great tackle that time for the Payson Longhorns. Jeremiah Ham making the stop and forcing this third down play here. 3rd down and 5 from the Longhorn 47. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And they show Brown flanking Reisdorf to his right. Reisdorf to throw, wide open Reedhead, and somehow Law got a hand on it, and Reedhead cannot hang on to it as he juggled it at the 25.
Well, that's one of those post patterns that you're looking for. Safety's gone. I mean, Camden, there was no safety there at all. All you got to do is lay it up there as a quarterback, thrown a little bit more on a line than we would like because, hey, there's not much room for error. And it was a little bit behind him, and the receiver didn't have much time to get back to it. Those are one of those that you got to lay out there, put some air under it, let him run under it for you.
Absolutely. He was about 3 steps on his defender. Did a great job of separating from the coverage. And now a 4th down and 5 coming up for the Cougars. They send a single receiver wide to the left. That's
going to be timeout.
Now we get timeout on the field first.
Timeout. Payson, that's her 2nd timeout.
So the Payson Longhorns call timeout. We'll keep it here and talk strategy. Show Low obviously going to come out, regardless of whether they punt or not, they're going to come out looking like they're going to run the football here.
You got to. You got to come out here. Hey, listen, you got 2:45 left in the half. What do you have to lose right here? You're on the other side of the 50. Why not just take a chance and boot it out? Have a safe play. Maybe Rhett can run the ball. Maybe Rhett can dump it off. And some of that touch passes that he's been showing. Or do you give it back and really make Payson really work from inside, maybe their 20, their 10, and really make them drive the ball. But the thing is you saw, Camden, how fast Payson scored. It didn't take very long for Law to run the sideline and score on you in 10 seconds. So 2 minutes is a lot of time.
Yeah, big decision here for the Cougars. And you mentioned, Jimmy, but the last time the Cougars were here, they got off a big 54-yard punt by Reisdorf and pinned the Longhorns deep at their 2-yard line. So if they decide to punt, probably not a bad idea here either.
Well, he's talking to his receiver, so you're expecting that you're going to get some type of play right here. You're not going to get a punt.
5. Twin set to the left, single receiver to the right. That's Gardner. Reisdorf in the gun. From the Longhorn 47. Reisdorf, plenty of time. Throws, caught by Reedhead at the 45. Turns it upfield, has a 1st down, and he'll be wrapped up and driven down at the Longhorn 38. A good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass 1st down. On 4th down, they convert.
A big conversion right there. But man, how long did that play take? Right there, offensive line did a wonderful job holding up for Rhett right there to be able to complete that pass. But shallow crosses, to be honest with you, should not be completed past the center.
Timeout.
He completed that almost on the other side of the field. So dumping that off, that shows how much time he had back there.
Absolutely. We'll keep it here again with 2:34 left to play before halftime. And remind you that coming up in our halftime, to talk about a look inside the numbers with our statistician and spotter tonight, Mike Caldwell. Also, remind you that tonight's contest is brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile, Beeler Orthodontics. And by Deemer's Glass. Need glass for your home or business? Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call. Quality glass at affordable prices. That's Deemer's Glass. And another one of those assignments, Jimmy, that we failed to mention to you that you are responsible for here tonight is our player of the game. So we'll be looking for that tonight, brought to you by Deemer's Glass. Deemer's Glass brings us our glass-shattering hit of the game. So another one you're responsible for.
Well, I'm telling you, Cam, I'm glad that I have this footage right in front of me. I'm glad that we have this footage because I can zoom in and get what I need.
There you go.
I'm telling you what, they've been playing well. There's a couple guys I keep my eye on.
After the timeout, 1st and 10 from the Longhorn 37. Rice-Dorf throws, caught by Emoto at the 35. Near sideline, near the 28-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds, close to a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. First down, Jason Bland on the tackle for the Longhorns.
Well, we talked about it, Cameron. We have been discussing Emoto in space. Show Low is finding ways to get Emoto out in the flats in space and getting first downs. That's their game. Well done.
2:26 left to play in half. Rice-Dorf rolling left on first down. Throws to Brown. Brown caught at the 20. Stiff arms a tackler and will be knocked out of bounds. Driven out finally inside the 20 at the 18 by Bland.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 guys taking him down, right? So strong kid. But what I like most about him is he's showing his hands. You know, it's showing that he's versatile. That he's got some dynamic abilities. And so having him out in the flats is attractive. I like it.
Under 2. 21-14 Cougars. 2nd down and 4.
Big
Rolling
one.
right.
Oh,
caught by Reed. Another unbelievable catch by the Show Low Cougars from 19 yards out. The Cougars strike again.
Boy, did it feel like they just lulled everybody to sleep for a minute there, and then you just get the big bang right there, right? That's one of those that you're expecting. Hey, you're expecting everybody to come up and hit flats to the flats, and then short throws, and then finally a corner deep pass that you're looking for to suck them up in there.
It doesn't even look open. It doesn't even look open. And he throws it right over the defender, and he's able to come up with it. Great catch, even better throw. Rice-Dorf to hold, Gardner to kick. Kick is up, it's good. It's the Cougars by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Minute 49, we step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk 106.7.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Great look at the Show Low High School marching band who's made the trip down here to Payson High School, the drum corps. Drumming away here to spark some excitement amongst the fans. Minute 49 left to play in this first half, a 28-14 lead by the Show Low Cougars. And
your car is a big
remind you
investment.
that
Protect it.
tonight's contest is brought to you in part by Ace Hardware, the White Mountains, Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, and Summit Regional Medical Center. Time now for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. Brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When it comes time to kick off your college career, check with the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. It's Northland Pioneer College. Gardner's kick, returnable at the 5. Up the far side to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Knocked down at about the 24-yard line. Cameron Ross on the return for the Longhorns.
That's what you're looking for when it comes to return. If you can get it past the 20, you're doing something right. So good start. Hey, minute 43, Payson can score. I'm curious on how they're going to come out right now. Got a limping guy, my man. Who do we have right there limping right now?
Dylan Gabbard, who made the tackle up a little slow for the Cougars.
Well, it looked like he got caught under there, didn't he?
I missed it. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I believe Gabbard was a little gimpy earlier on. Receiver here to the near side, single receiver to the right. From the wishbone, looking to run now. Ricky rolls right, throws, and it's incomplete. Flush from the pocket, gets out to the right side and just underthrows Terry at the first down marker near the 35. Incomplete. Irwin on the coverage.
Hey, no harm, no foul. You're out there first down, trying to take a shot. Stop the clock, second down, just get back to work. Let's see how Payson handles number 2.
28. Don't forget, you can watch tonight's contest at iTalk1067.com. That's iTalk1067.com. Snap, hand to Ross. Oh, no, it's Law. And Law tries to sweep right side. Cannot get there.
Who is that? Is that,
I think that was Law.
Yeah.
Was it?
Is that Neff out there? Neff setting the edge real nice out there. That's on linebacker. I mean, they're not. Payson is not getting outside. They are definitely holding and having to contain, not getting out leveraged out there. Neff, wonderful job.
Ricky getting the play from the sideline here. It looks like the official's going to wait till the last second here to snap this. They're going to use all of their play clock here. He's standing right by the official. You can see at the upper left-hand corner of the screen. And now the coach says, hey, I thought we had more time. And now he's complaining to the side judge over there. I don't know if we can get a shot of the Payson coach or not by our crew.
On the offense.
Oh, it's a false start call. False start call. And that is head coach of the Payson Longhorns there on the far sideline, Jake Swartwood, and he's not happy with the call at all. But I think he was waiting, and he thought they were going to call a delay of game. They call a false start. That's one of the problems when you bring your kids to the line. They can sit for 25, 30 seconds.
You get a little anxious there.
Yeah. Like to see him stay in the huddle and then shuttle the play in late.
Exactly.
Show Low.
Or don't even go up there in general. Sorry. Don't even go up there in general. Just stay in the huddle.
Yeah, stay in the huddle. Break the huddle with about 10 seconds left. Get up to the line, run your play. So they're obviously Payson wants to eliminate another Show Low score here. They are not that interested in moving the football right now as they're pinned back, third down and 17. Cougars call a timeout to see if they can get another possession out of this thing. And they'll huddle around, and Yellow Jackets up 26 to 22 at the half over the Roadrunners of Holbrook High School as we see Coach Reisdorf gathering his troops together here. And Thatcher's up over St. John's right now in the first half, 35-0. Now that's a surprise. I thought St. John's would give the Eagles a better game over there in St. John's. 28-14, 39 seconds left to play here in the first half. 6 touchdowns scored in the first half, 5 of them in the first quarter. We're awaiting after the timeout. The Payson Longhorns come to the ball, and Coach Reisdorf asking about the clock here comes all the way out onto the field, and now will slowly walk back over to the near side. He was asking them to put more time on the clock, and they do. In fact, they put 46 minutes on the clock.
That's plenty of time to score.
It's plenty of time to play a whole game right there.
Well, to be honest with you, I think Longhorns want to get back in at halftime and make some adjustments. They're having some issues out there in the flats, letting guys get out there too easy, and not being able to get outside on offense. They got to find ways to be able to expose the outside.
Takes the snap, they go counter to the left side, and picking his way through some traffic and making some good moves is Terry. Terry gets back to the original line of scrimmage and a little more, out across the 25 to the 23-yard line, and another timeout called by the Cougars to stop the clock with 36 seconds here before halftime.
Third and final timeout.
Heard the official say that's the final timeout for the Cougars. So now the Longhorns have a decision to make. They've got to punt it away and hope that the Cougars don't get anything big here. And the Cougars doing a good job with clock management. You said that was one of the keys coming into the contest, Jimmy.
Yes, absolutely. I'm curious right here with clock management, will Show Low actually fair catch this ball, not let the clock run out, or is he going to try to take it to the house? That's what I'm curious about.
Turner will come back. He's been suspect early on in this contest, carried over a little bit from last week on his receptions, but to his credit, this is not a great environment to return punts. Lighting very low here, difficult to see, and not easy to begin with. And the punts tonight by Dolanich have been fantastic. And so Coach Reisdorf reminding Turner, got to catch this one. Dolanich stands at his 15 for the Longhorns, set to punt on 4th down and 7. There's the snap, high punt, and not a lot of distance. It's going to bounce at the 48 and roll to the 40-yard line. It'll be picked up there by the Longhorns with 26 seconds left to play before half, and that's where the Cougars will take over.
Well, expect something deep, obviously, right here, but the success that they had on when they went 4 wide, they spread out the offense and really hit their seam balls. I'm expecting something right there, just a quick hitter to see if they can make a play right here.
Those are the football at the Cougar 40. Cougars have been able to chew up some yardage quickly here tonight. So we'll see if this is any different. 26 seconds left in the half. Sent Gardnier wide to the left, along with Dominic Cerna. Single receiver to the near side is Emoto. And they throw the screen to Turner. Turner drops it, and it's incomplete at the 35-yard line. Another drop. And the Cougars, with the incomplete pass, they burned 6 seconds. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, those screens, like we discussed earlier, take a long time to progress, to develop. And that's when you lost almost 7 seconds right there, and then we drop it finally at the end of it. And it's one of those things that's a drive killer. You're trying to make something happen right here.
Reisdorf, empty backfield, 4 receivers. Make it 3 with double slots. We'll get there somehow. Reisdorf going deep, down the right side. Irwin is the intended receiver. Long had a hand on it, and Irwin comes back and plays defense and knocks it out of Law's hands at the Longhorn 25-yard line.
Heads up play, Irwin. Very heads up play. Going up there and playing defense. If you're not going to catch it as an offensive receiver, you've got to be able to play defense, knock that ball down. Give yourself another chance. Hey, you have 14 seconds now. What if they score now? Well, good job, Irwin, right? Way to knock it down, give us another chance. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed with his football IQ.
3rd down and 10. Couple receivers to the far side of the set. One of them's Garrett Lynn. Single receiver to the near side. Reisdorf, play action, fakes the Turner, throws, caught on a wide receiver screen to Lynn. Slips a tackle, gets a 1st down, crosses midfield, knocked down at the 46 by Law, and Lynn has a mountain mobile out of glass. 1st down.
Go ahead and spike it right here, Camden. They're going to go ahead and spike it at about 4 seconds.
5.8 on the clock. Reisdorf takes the snap, spikes it, and the clock will stop. Should have stopped at 3.6, but the officials will be the judge of that. The clock rolled and ticked off an extra second here, so the Cougars going to get 1 play regardless. Would have liked to. They're out of timeout, so they're not in a position where they could go 20, 30 yards downfield and set up a field goal. So probably doesn't matter. That extra second doesn't matter much.
Well, I'm curious if they're going to roll him out here. I think personally Rhett throws better when he does not roll out. When they roll him out at times, he loses some of his accuracy and some of his power when he throws, especially if he's rolling to the left. But I'm curious if they're going to let him stand up and throw this ball deep.
2 receivers set to the right side. We get a timeout called by Payson.
Timeout. Payson, that's your 3rd and final timeout.
How many games, Jimmy, have you been to where both teams burn all of their timeouts in the first half.
Well, this has been a barn burner to start. I mean, it's 28-14. If you like scoring, this is where to be. You know, so all my offensive friends, come on over and watch this game. But also, if there's scoring points, you're gonna burn your timeouts because you want to score more. And when you score one or two, you're gonna get greedy and score as many as you can. So all those timeouts gone, poof, quick.
It's the cocaine of the football world.
No doubt about it.
They get excited about that scoring, and the Cougars do it as well as anybody in the league. They're up 2 touchdowns now, trying to capitalize and get another one up on the board before they go to the halftime. As we see Emoto walking to, looks like he's walking to the locker room. I'm not sure why Emoto's walking here along the track here. He doesn't appear to be injured, but we'll see if we can get a report from Ron Everingham on that. As Reisdorf takes the snap, rolls to his right on 2nd and 10. Time expires. He trips, slips, falls down at midfield, and that'll end the first half. Cougars up 28-14. We're looking for a interview here at halftime with Ron Everingham, and we'll remind you that our halftime is brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget the Junior Pass promotion coming up at Sunrise on the 7th, 8th, and 9th, as they will give your son or daughter an opportunity to ski for free during the 2016-2017 season. That's the Sunrise Park Resort. Go to sunriseskipark.com for details. Let's check in with Ron Everingham. Ron?
Yeah, down here on the sidelines with Coach Reisdorf. Coach Reisdorf, Payson comes out, stops you on the first play, and then ends up scoring. They come out swinging. Any surprise in that?
They're physical. They got good athletes, and so, you know, I expect to fight, and so that's good stuff. We needed to be tested, and this is great. This is great. We just need to respond. We need to buckle down, play a little better defense, and we'll be fine. We're moving the ball just fine.
How many points do you think you can score tonight, Coach? Think you can get 100?
If that's the objective, man.
No, just giving you a hard time. Hey, on another note, to get you out of here, we saw Moto leaving a little early. Is he injured? Is he okay?
We're banged up. You know, we got Jason tweaked a little bit, and Moto and Jamie Webb and Skylar Chain and Weston Kime. I mean, the list goes on. So, you know, the guys that are in are battling, and that's what we expected. The next man up, right?
All right, that's right. All right, good luck, Coach. See ya.
All right, thanks, Ron. Coach Reisdorf, appreciate his comments there as we go to the intermission. It's the Cougars up 28-14. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountain's best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year. Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome back to the Payson Longhorns Stadium, Payson High School. They're hosting the Cougars tonight. The Cougars up 28-14 here at intermission, but not before an early scare, Jimmy. It was the Longhorns who got on the board first. They scored immediately on their opening possession, went up 7-0. Cougars respond and tie it up, but then Payson strikes right back. They're up 14-7. Then the Cougars go on a scoring run. They go 3 unanswered to come up here at halftime, 28-14. I think most people were surprised at how physical Payson played, especially early on in that first quarter.
Well, first of all, I'm getting my money's worth. I paid my $10 or maybe $5. I don't know if I even paid, but I know that we are getting our money's worth because points are what everybody's looking for. But I am impressed with the attack, the tempo of Payson, the size of Payson. They are physical, and Show Low's dinged up. And when a team's oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. When a team's dinged up. It makes it challenging on the coach to make sure that he's putting his guys in the right position to win. But
hey, Ron,
tips off. Hey, no, Ron.
You know what? If these aren't sponsored, they're not supposed to be on the set. I don't know if you know.
It doesn't matter. They were sponsored from Ron's wife. She's awesome. But there's no doubt that Payson comes out here and they're playing physical. That's how you match Show Low. You don't come out there and play finesse. You have to match them with the intensity and meet force with force.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a fun first half. As you mentioned, Jimmy, if you like offense, this has been a great game to watch with 6 touchdowns in the first quarter. Are you kidding me? This has been a tremendous game and some terrific plays. We've seen some acrobatic catches out of the Cougars tonight.
It's been unbelievable on both sides. I mean, there's been guys running around, flying around. That's what you want, And like Coach Reisdorf said, the defense just hasn't shown up yet. And that's one of those things. If you're going to go far into the playoffs, you've got to bring the defense with you. And so the adjustments are being made right now. There's no doubt. At halftime, that's what you're making them. But things are too easy out there for both teams on offense. And for me as a quarterback, hey, I always loved that. Make it easy on me. But you're always expecting come around third quarter, things are going to be a little bit more challenging. The flats aren't going to be there. The deep passes, the seams that Reisdorf's getting right now may be shut down. So what adjustments are going to be made? So the points may not be as effective or may not be as prevalent coming second half.
Well, and also we expect the Cougars to maybe work on their run game as well in the second half. That's something they'd like to do better in the second half, I'm sure. We'll talk a little bit more about a look inside the numbers to tell the true story here at intermission. Plus, we take a look at our second half adjustments. announcements when we return. This is the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show, brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget Junior Pass promotions coming up October 7th, 8th, and 9th. Your son or daughter age 12 or under can ski for free this upcoming winter season on the 15th and, in the 2016-2017 season. Your son or daughter age 12 or under can ski at Sunrise. Go check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. Back with more. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk 106.7.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Camden, where's Ron?
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zip Line Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
And we welcome back our TV audience at iTalk1067.com. You can watch the entire first half, all of the plays. Go back and replay them. Been a terrific first half for both of these ball clubs, really. Payson doing a terrific job, even staying in the game with the Show Low Cougars. We thought this was going to be a rout right from the beginning, but Payson came out swinging, and it's been a fun first half with 6 touchdowns scored in the first half, 5 of those coming in the first quarter. Let's take a look inside the numbers with our spotter and statistician, Mike Caldwell. Mike?
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, it really came out with a bang, and Payson kind of actually socked Show Low in the mouth. And, started off really well on the drive and got in a touchdown with Ricky throwing the pass to DeAndre. But Show Low's kind of settled in on offense and in defense. Payson Ricky ended up 3 for 5 for 39 yards, with Angel Jaquez being their leading receiver for 2 receptions and 24 yards. They did get that big run, 65-yard run by Shane Law, so bringing Payson's total yards to 100 yards. combining the passing and the rushing for Payson Longhorns, they ended up with 139 total yards, and we had a fumble lost by Shane Law. Show Low took them a little while to get going, but they've kind of clicked, and Rathan Reisdorf is actually having, if you can say quietly, it just seems quietly, but he's actually 13 for 18 for 233 yards, and get this, 4 TDs. And actually he's had a couple drops. He's probably had, out of those 5 incompletions, he's probably had 3 drops. So Rathan Reisdorf's quietly having a great game, actually. Amoto's leading the way on receiving with 3 receptions for 111 yards and 1 TD. Jake Reedhead's chipped in 5 receptions for 70 yards. Rushing, they've kind of gone away from the rushing. Chris Amoto's leading that category also with 6 carries for 27 yards. Total yards, 233 yards passing with 36 added on rushing for 269 total yards. So those are the numbers, Camden.
All right, Mike, I tried to get you on camera.
Oh, good thing you didn't. I got a radio face and voice.
Yeah, trust me, I know exactly how you feel.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
So
this is the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show brought to you by the Sunrise Park Resort. Don't forget, Junior Pass promotions coming up on the 7th, 8th, and 9th at Sunrise Park Resort. Excellent time to take your son or daughter up there and get a free ski pass for the 2016-17 season. It's coming up on October 7th, 8th, and 9th at Sunrise. Complete details at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com. Want to thank our producers here tonight, Isaiah Miller. Technical producer is Shane Bobian. Our executive producer, Mel West. Audio and graphics is Tyler Roten. Camera operators is Zoe Paxson, Isaiah Miller, Annie Cassell, William, Timmy Maxwell, and Tyler Roten.
So, William does not have a last name, by the way.
I guess not, unless it's Annie Cassell Williams.
007.
That's a possibility, so we'll have to check with the staff. And I'm not sure who wrote this note for us, but those are our producers here tonight. We're giving the sights and sounds of tonight's contest, part of the White Mountain Youth Productions team. And we thank them for their terrific contribution in allowing this game to be filmed as we see the Longhorns run back out on the field. We'll step away. Second half is coming up, plus Jimmy breaks down the first half and gives you a look at the second half adjustments that need to be made by both of these teams when we return. This is the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show on Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery targets. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to Payson High School. It's the Cougars up 28-14 over the Payson Longhorns. And Jimmy, both of these teams having really a good half, really, for what we've seen on paper. Payson Longhorns came into this contest 2-3 on the season. Didn't have any major wins. They lost to Safford early on in the season, big, 38-8. They lost a tough one against Round Valley last week. We thought really Payson was kind of going to be a 4 or 5 touchdown underdog here tonight, but they're not playing like that. What do you think the second half adjustments are?
Well, 14 points is not very much, and a lot of people expect, well, that they're not going to be able to slow down Show Low. The adjustments that are being made, there's no doubt that you're going to have to eliminate Show Low's big plays. You're going to make sure, we've got to make sure that if you're Payson, you can't let them get behind you and not let them lull you to sleep. They have taken a lot of control, especially in the second quarter. They took quite a bit of control of the quarter and just making it look easy, dump passes, and then the big play happens. If you're Payson, you're trying to eliminate that. When it comes to Show Low, a lot of people will say put the pedal to the metal and try to score as many points as you can. But if I was Show Low and how dinged up I am, I'm trying to get off the field. I'm trying to run the clock, and I'm trying to get home safe. And that's what it boils down to. Can you make sure, not necessarily manage the game, but just run the football in order to be able to keep the clock going. And Reds already has 4 touchdown passes in this game. And do you want to keep throwing, or is it important to just, to get the clock burnt out and head on home?
Well, we saw a shot of Amoto. They're putting tape on Reisdorf. I'm not sure if that's an injury or just a equipment issue.
He's still filling those pants out, so they got to tighten him up on the bottom. Come on, Camden.
Make sure those knee pads fit. They certainly do have their share of injuries.
Amoto's limping.
Coach,
bad.
As Mike said, Amoto is limping, according to Mike. That's very apparent. And we saw him leave early and thought perhaps there was a problem, and I'd be surprised if we see him in the second half here, especially if the Cougars are able to maintain a lead here. They're up by 2 touchdowns, 28-14, as Gardnier gets set to kick. Back to receive for the Payson Longhorns is Ross and DeAndre Terry. Terry takes it at the 15, Ross out to the 20, spins out of a tackle at the 30, 35 to the 40, and knocked down at the 42.
Oh, we're gonna have a ball game right here. Definitely looks like Payson's gonna, they're gonna try to steal that mojo back, get that momentum going again. Hey, that's where you want to start. You want to get that good field position. Let's get after it. Let's see what adjustments have been made at halftime.
That's the Northland Pioneer College kickoff, brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. Next time you're kicking off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. Six, count them, 6 Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdowns in the first half. It's a 28-14 ball game. Gifted on, it's up the middle. And Lynn makes a tackle, but not before a first down and into Show Low Cougar territory, knocked down at the 48 of the Cougars. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
Boy, did he hit that hole right there, Camden. He took off, and that's what you're looking for, especially in the wing tee offense. The reason they run that is so it's a quick-hitting offense, and to be able to see him hit that for a good first down, that's strong running.
Ricky under center at the Cougar 48, fresh set of downs, hands it off right side to Law. Law finds a little bit of room up the middle, slips another tackle to the 40, a first down for the Longhorns, and the Cougars a little flat on defense as they come out of intermission.
Well, that's the thing. It's all about how you come out at halftime, and it's all about how you finish. Not how you start, it's how you finish. We've seen teams blow leads, and right here, they're trying to sustain the run to open up the pass for this big passer right here, Ricky. But also, if you see that trap play right there, they're getting north to south. They haven't been going east to west the sidelines. They've been getting inside the tackles. They're finding success.
Ricky under center. Two men split in the backfield behind him, slot on the right side, and a long snap count, and the Cougars may have just jumped offside again.
That's that tempo.
Dead ball. False start. I'm sorry, encroachment on the defense. Got a first down.
I think that would have been the first false start penalty I've seen on a defense, but it is, he corrects himself there. 5-yard penalty and a Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down for the Cougars.
Well, you can't get nothing by Camden.
I'll tell you. Just as sharp as can be. 44-yard line of the Cougars. 34-yard line. Dolmich, left side, has a blocker, gets away from one, now two, down the near sideline, hammered out of bounds, but not before he picks up a first down. Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down. Cody Irwin knocks him out at the 28.
Yeah, we discussed this earlier. Dolmich is a powerful runner. The way he finished that run showed you. But I didn't know that he could get outside like that. And that's one of those things that he didn't need much blocking. Once he sustained and everybody had crunched down to expect him to run between the tackles, that's when he bounced outside and found some success and some daylight.
Excuse me, that's at the 18-yard line. Where the Payson Longhorns open up this second half, sustaining a drive, down 2 touchdowns. Pitch to Law, sweep right, cut it inside. Great play by Jason Brown. He blows that up at the 20.
Well, what the offense is doing is bringing an extra blocker as many times they possibly can to be able to get an edge, to set an edge. If they're trying to get outside, it's nice to have extra blockers there. But right there, he cut it up inside that blocker and just only found a couple.
They spotted at the 19, a loss of 1. It's second down and 11. Snap. Give to Dolnich. Dolnich spins at the 15. He's down inside the 10. Good for a Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down for the Longhorns, and Gabbard finally tackles him for the Cougars.
Well, we got a couple guys limping off the field, and what that shows you is that Payson is physical and they're running right at the defense. I mean, shoot, that's Rhett Reisdorf running out right now to play corner for them, but they're running right at the defense, and if your secondary is making the tackles, what does that mean? Well, obviously they're getting further down the field on you, and corners and safeties have to make tackles.
Well, and you got to look at Gabbard right there with his hands on his knees. They are gassed. Hand off right side. It's long. He's in. Score it from 8 yards out.
That is the best drive you can put together right there coming out at halftime.
And the Longhorns are an extra point away from pulling to within 7 here. 28-20, they'll bring their kicker on, and Coach Reisdorf not happy with the defense right now as he comes out, or comes to the near sideline, and he's got problems with injuries. Another injury as they're working on Cody Irwin here on the near sideline. The point after try is short, but it's good. We step away with 9:31 left to play in the third. It's 28-21. Cougars hanging on to a 7-point lead. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome you back to Payson High School, home of the Longhorns, and host tonight to the Show Low Cougars, and we have got a ball game. It's a 1-touchdown lead for the Cougars as we see a great shot there of Gardnier. The Show Low Cougars struggling because they've got Amoto, who is injured here tonight, and it looks like Cody Irwin may be out. We'll try to update you on those as soon as we can. Weston Kime wasn't even suited out for this game. Jamie Webb is banged up. This Show Low Cougar team having to make do with a lot of players that don't normally see a lot of playing time.
Uh-oh.
And the return is caught, return man by the Cougars is Turner. He catches at the 5, returns out to the 15, call it the 20-yard line. Decent return.
Well, that last level of blockers right there right in front of the returner just took off on him and left him back there. And next thing you know, he's got about 20 yards of separation of no blockers. And then obviously Payson just runs right around him and just swallows him up, man. And you can smell it in the air. If Red Reisdorf doesn't come out here ready to rock and roll, this game could get real interesting.
Cougars come out, they send Gardnier and Reedhead wide to the right. Single receiver to the far side of the set. Brown set up in the slot on the right side. They hand it to Turner, he sweeps right and cuts it up inside. Nice cut to get away from the pursuit on the outside edge, and he has a couple out to the 22. Jeremiah Ham on the tackle.
Guys are still sliding around out there, Camden. I mean, you're looking at them right now, and they're still slip. I mean, it's slick out here, guys. And you can definitely tell that the running backs have the right ideas of where they want to make the cut, but they just can't physically do it with that wet grass.
And we see there, I believe that was Irwin favoring his hand, trying to shake off an injury from earlier. Moto's running down the sideline trying to get him back in. Turner up off tackle right side, has room to the 30, knocked down at the 31. Nice little run by Turner off tackle right, has a first down. It's a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Julian Parker on the tackle for the Longhorns.
Off tackle play right there going towards the boundary. That's a lovely play, but what I like more is the size of Turner, because you lose him back there. You know, he's like a Darren Sproles. You lose him back there, next thing you know he's got 8 on you. I don't know if he's got the home run type run speed, but definitely good for 8. First down.
Throw here to the near side to Reedhead. Reedhead on first down, has the catch at the 35, spun out of bounds at the 37. Ross on the tackle for Payson.
Well, that's a security blanket for Show Low right there, especially trying to get the tempo going, but also get some receptions for the receivers and Rhett. Hey, throw it to the boundary, throw the hitch pass. You know, the corners are off. Quick hitter, move forward and make it easy on them. So that's a nice first down play for 7.
Lynn and Gardnier wide to the left. Reedhead wide to the right. Brown in the slot. Reisdorf in the gun with Turner flanking him to his right. He hands to Turner. Turner up the middle. Turner trying to carry some tacklers with him to the 40-yard line. They give it to him. It's close to a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. Yard to gain, I believe, is the 40, and he's very close. They say yes, first down.
Well, that was an impressive run for him. You know, coming out here as a sophomore, I mean, this is great growing experience for Turner, but be able to take that ball and obviously get that first down. That's what you want. All you want to do as an offense is move the chains.
8 minutes left here in the third. Cougars hanging on to that one touchdown lead, up 28-21 after the Payson Longhorns came out of the half and scored a quick drive to score. And Turner sweeping to the left, can't quite get to the edge as he turns it upfield, has 3 or 4, but a penalty marker thrown in the backfield at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's easy to get to the outside when you're holding.
There's the
holding
call
on the offense, number 50. Repeat first down.
That's a spot foul from the infraction. It's 10 yards. It turns out to be a huge foul as that occurred about 5 yards deep in the backfield.
About where they started.
So all the way back to the 25-yard line. From the Cougar 25, it'll be a first and 25. 7th penalty on the night for the Cougars for 50 yards on the night for Show Low.
Well, hey, it's still first down.
Reisdorf takes a snap, looks to his right, throws, and it's caught by Gardnier, and he is hit immediately by Ross. I don't know what happened, but it took too long for that pass to get to Gardnier.
And that's the adjustment at halftime, taking care of the flats. What was the flat defender doing right there? Just waiting on that throw. Excellent. Cover 2, obviously, that we're getting talks to. But, hey, that's what you're looking for. Take care of the flats. That's exactly where Reisdorf likes to throw that ball. And he's just waiting on, just sitting on that throw. Excellent defense.
Right as Gardnier turns, he's lucky he hung on to that. Great job just having the concentration to hang on to it. 2nd down and 25 from the Cougar 25-yard line. Hand off left side to Turner. Turner cuts it up inside, lowers his shoulder, and gets to the 25-yard line. I'll call it the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, Camden, that's a zone read run right there, but nobody's buying it. Why? Because a zone read needs a mobile quarterback that can run. And have you seen Rhett run yet? No. And so nobody's buying it. So all you got to do is either run it back and just whenever he gives it, run after him and see ball, get ball. That's all you're really worried about on defense. And so Rhett needs to run the ball if they're going to run that type of offense.
Wide receiver to the left. Two-man split here to the near side. As Reedhead is the wide on the near side, along with Gardnier in tight on the left side. And deep ball right side for Gardnier. Caught at the 40. Has a step, and he's going to fumble it inside the 20 at the 18. And Payson has the football at the 12. Penalty marker thrown back at the 44. Gardnier looked like he had nothing but green in front of him, but a great job by the Payson Longhorn defender that time to catch up with him.
I thought it was offensive pass interference right there. Somebody was blocking downfield before he threw it.
That play took a long time to develop. Reisdorf looked like he was going to run for a moment. That was DeAndre Terry, I believe, on the coverage, who came from behind to knock the ball out of the hands of Gardnier and caused the fumble. He also recovered that fumble. As the officials sort this out, this is going to be interesting. The officials still talking it over here. And with 6 minutes left to play in this third quarter, it's 28-21 in favor of the Cougars. The Cougars look like they had a scoring opportunity there, but this is going to be against the Cougars.
Yeah,
they're talking to the Payson Longhorn captains right now.
It's got to be offensive pass interference. Yeah. And they're going to take over on that ball.
Offensive pass interference on White. The penalty is declined. Be Pace's ball, first down.
Yeah.
What a play, and mark that down. Terry coming up with the fumble recovery. Could be a huge turnaround here. The Cougars, remember, came out of halftime with a 2-touchdown lead, and in the opening drive, Payson went about 6 plays and punched it in like there was nothing to it. This is a second opportunity here. We'll see how they do.
Well, it was a wheel route, and when you run a wheel route and you have not necessarily man coverage, but if there's somebody there, what happened was Show Low picked the guy that was chasing the wheel route that was wide open, and that's why it became open. But heads up play by Payson to catch back up, strip the ball out. How about that?
Absolutely.
That's good coaching.
Absolutely. From the 12, 1st and 10 at the Longhorn 12-yard line. Longhorn football. Handed off right side, and it's Dolnich spins his way inside to the 14, and the tackle is made by Jason Brown. And we see a very dejected Gardnier on the near sideline after fumbling that football.
And he can't be upset because, I mean, dang, he does so many different things on the team. He's kicking, he's doing all different things. He's got to have his mind right.
Ricky under center on 2nd down and 9. They hand straight ahead, and they get a little bit off the right side. And let's go downstairs and check in with Ron Everingham. Ron?
Yeah, I was on the sideline with Moto a little bit ago, and if you watch him, he's really hobbling. He wants to get back in the game. He's actually out there now, but I just don't think he's ready to go. Keep an eye on him.
All right, thanks, Ron. As we see a Moto right now, great shot by our Show Low Cougar student body running the cameras tonight, getting you the sights and sounds of tonight's contest. You can watch it at iTalk1067.com. That's iTalk1067.com. Clock winding to under 5 to play in the third. Cougars up 28-21, and we get another penalty marker. This game really slowing down. We see moments where this game looks like it's just going to be about as long as it can possibly be.
False start. Number 65 in the offense. Remain 3rd down.
Another shot of Gardnier there as we get another.
What? Ken, there was a turnover ratio right now. Do we know? One each, right? So that's what I'm curious about. But the penalties, I mean, the penalties are starting to play a big role on both sides of the ball, man.
Well, and neither team, they're good for 10 yards. You start working with first and 18, first and 25, it makes a big difference.
Right.
Ricky looking to throw, steps up.
He's mobile.
He's got some room, and he slips inside to the 15. Jason Brown knocks him down at the 17, along with Gabbard on the tackle for the Cougars, and not much on the play for Ricky.
And those are both sure tacklers on the defense. I mean, when it comes down to Gabbard and Jason Brown, both those guys, if they're going to get their hands on it, they're going to take you down. That's just the kind of guys they are.
Shot of the cheerleaders. Show Low Cougar cheerleaders here on the near sideline. And on 4th down and 7 here from their own 14, it looks like Nolnich is going to punt from his 5, just gets this one off, and it bounces at the 45, takes a Payson Longhorn roll into Cougar territory, will be picked up and down at the Cougar 42.
I figured it out, Camden. Turner's excited about catching that ball no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's bounced out of bounds. He's diving and going to get it. Yeah. He's excited. He wants to get that ball and move.
I'll tell you, as a young return man, it's tough to let those balls go.
Discipline.
You're thinking to yourself, this is my chance, my opportunity right here. This is what they're expecting me to do.
Right.
And he'll get it. He'll get there. It's a learning experience for sure.
He's definitely a patient running back, though. When you watch him next to Reisdorf, he is patient.
Well, and you mentioned just the power that he ran with the last time. Pump fake, the pump and go route, caught by Reedhead. 40, 45, 30. He'll be stood up there and driven backwards, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. And why is there not a penalty marker there? I'm not sure, but good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. First down for the Show Low Cougars.
Well, the tackle happened in bounds, and then they eventually went out of bounds. So I don't know if the flag would have been pertaining to that one right there. But a double move by Reedhead, man. That's one of the best and most difficult pass routes to cover because of the start-stop. And he's very, very athletic, and boy, does he have good hands. Way to run that route.
Lynn and Gardnier wide left, Reedhead right. Quick throw to him on a hitch. He gets some yardage and then forced out of bounds just shy of about the 25-yard line. They'll say inside the 25 at the 24. Good for about 5.
Well, that's that hitch route right there again. Into the boundary, it's the go-to play. If you just want to keep the rhythm going and you need something quick, throw it to Reedhead right there on the hitch route to the boundary. Soft coverage. It's pitch and catch every time. Camden, we could go out there right now and throw it.
You think I could?
Well, I think you need to throw it. I'll run it for you.
Okay. Second down and 4. Reedhead, wide right. Rhett Reisdorf, 385 yards on the night passing. Throws left. It is caught by Turner. Turner turns it upfield inside the 20. Be knocked down just shy of the 15.
Well, I'm going to give all the coaches in the future a good advice with Rhett Reisdorf. If everybody watches this feed, watch how he moves before the ball's snapped. And they're getting closer and closer to throwing the flag on him. If you're going to play him in the future, if you're the Lobos or any of that sort, please watch that on film, because that's one of those indicators it's going to be a pass or how he gets out or which direction he's running.
2.5 left to play here in the third quarter, 28-21. Couple receivers to the near side. One of those is Reedhead. Man in motion is Turner across the formation from left to right. Looking to throw. Reisdorf has a man wide open. It's Owen in the end zone. Touchdown from 18 yards away.
Well, Julian Parker right there. I don't know if he's playing safety, but there's no doubt about it that hey, that's how you throw the post pattern, period. That's the best way from a senior quarterback throwing a post pattern. You can't do it better in high school.
On to try the point after is Gardnier. And Gardnier punches this one through, and the Cougars back to their 2-touchdown advantage, up 34-21. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk 106.7.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Against Round Valley, and I was scared.
Welcome back. It's the Show Low Cougars. Up 35-21. We welcome you to our broadcast. It's 2:16 left to play third quarter. This game has been a back and forth battle of sorts. Payson striking first. Cougars tying. Payson scoring to go up again. Cougars tie and then go with 3 unanswered to go up 2 at intermission. And not sure where our field mic is, but a little close to somebody exciting.
It's okay. He's only got one job. We're going to get him doing it. All right, here we go.
David Lujan.
Dave, you know David.
On the sidelines, getting our effects. And it's Gardnier to kick. Gardnier tees it up and kicks it away. Bounces at the 20, picked up at the 16. Terry on the return takes it up the middle and will be knocked down at the 25-yard line, falls forward to the 27. Dylan Gabbard on the tackle for the Cougars.
And there's that Gabbard, sure tackler. And that's what he's known for. He's a tackling machine, man.
Got to have those on your kickoff and cover team. And Gabbard's a kid that plays pretty much every down, every snap. He's out there. And we saw him a little winded on that last Payson drive. But still out there and doing a great job for the Cougars.
These kids play hard.
Wide receivers left and right. Give to the second man. Dolnich on the left side. Nothing there. Tries to bounce it to the other side. Amoto in the backfield trying to knock him down. Now he slips a tackle back at the 12. Gets away from another one at the 15. Up the near sideline. Still breaking tackles. Knocked down at the 40. And we get a flag coming in late as Jason Brown came and was the last one to hit him. We got an injured Cougar player on the sideline as well.
He tells me not to because we're trying.
And so I'm not sure exactly.
That was a YouTube video right there. I thought he was going to break the whole thing. And
it looked like he was going to be knocked down for a loss. Looked like he was going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage, then knocked for a 5-yard loss. Ends up picking up a Mountain Mobile Autoglass first down.
Outstanding.
14 carries, 77 yards on the night for
Dolnich. He's a good player. He's a good player. That's a hard run. I mean, I don't think I've ever had one like that before.
And we see Reisdorf in at corner for the Cougars.
Scary. That's scary, man, having him out there. That's their starting quarterback.
So.
Dead ball. Late hit. Number 30, White.
And there you have it. Brown called with a hit out of bounds. And you mentioned it, Jimmy, as he came in late there. And tough call against the Cougars that adds insult to injury after they get the first down. This one, after a 15-yard penalty tacked onto this, it is going to place the football inside Cougar territory at the Cougar 45. And, you mentioned, while we were at break, you want to get Reisdorf off the field. But if Payson continues to put points up, that's not a possibility. Give to Ross. Ross tries to sweep. Big play in the backfield. Nice defensive play by Dallin Tenney. Gets the tackle for a loss.
Well, that's frustrating for you as an offense, Payson. They have not gotten outside yet. They have not gotten outside yet. They've gotten inside the tackle, then bounced outside, but no, they have not gotten a sweep fully outside. And so that's just getting frustrating for them because they are definitely setting an edge for Show Low tonight.
Loss of 6 on the play. Back to the Payson Longhorn 49. Ricky with a 2nd and 16 coming up. Rolling to his left. Throws. goes, caught at the 40, slips the tackle to the 35, and gets to the 30-yard line. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. It is Dallin Keith on the reception.
Well, Jared Nelson just got welcome to the to high school football right there, because he had a big collision on that one, playing cornerback.
Dallin Keith, a 6'2", 190-pound senior, with the reception.
Holding on the offense, number 50. 10-yard penalty.
That hurts. That hurts.
So nice job here. And the Cougars getting some of that yardage back that they lost on the late hit. So it'll end up erasing a first down play, and it'll be 29 yards for a first. Scoreboard says 26.
Camden, what's your second and 29 play right here, man? What are you calling?
I'm calling home and asking for some help. Ricky under center on second down, and call it 28. Give to Law, sweep right, and not much there. Cougars come in. Brown knifes in at the last second to take his legs out.
This is exciting for Show Low. This right here is management for the defense, man. Is just being able to make stops when they're needed, but also understanding what plays are going to be called to be able to rise to the occasion. Very impressive defense tonight. But are walking off banged up. Every play it seems like somebody's coming off the field banged up for Show Low. That was Garrett Lynn walking off a little bit shaked up from that last play.
Third down and 27, 26 seconds left in the third. 35-21, quick throw right side, it is incomplete. Pass intended for Jaquez, and Jaquez can't come up with it.
Long throw, man. You see that? I mean, he's on the other hash trying to throw it over here to the 40 on the numbers. I mean, that's a long throw for a quarterback. And then it's got to be on time, because if it's not, then it could be picked off, taken the other way.
On 4th and long, Reisdorf's going to check out of the Cougar defense. And Dolanich will step back to his 24-yard line for the Longhorns. Turner stands at the 40 for Show Low. Good snap. And Dolanich gets off a wobbly spiral, and Turner bounces it. Oh, he tries to catch it on the short hop. He fumbles it, and there's still a fight for it, as you can see on our video online, but it looks like Turner is going to come up with it. Another crazy catch.
Guys, this is news. I mean, this better be in the paper tomorrow, because we talked about this the entire time, but this is one of those things that are going to get you in trouble. Eventually, it's going to be turned over if this is not addressed. The fielding of the punts and the appropriate time, if it's not addressed, man, this can hurt you down the road.
2-touchdown lead for the Cougars, and now they have the football, feeling a lot more confident as they come to the line of scrimmage with 11 seconds left here in the third quarter, up 35-21. Wide receiver left, 2 receivers in a bunch set on the right side, along with Brown in the slot. Reisdorf looking to throw, has time, throws down the middle, deep, and his receiver had to come back for it, and a penalty marker comes back as the defender didn't see the ball. A nice play that time by Reedhead to come back for the ball in the face of the receiver. And the receiver's going to get called, I believe, for a hold here.
The ball was underthrown. Ball was underthrown, pass interference, not going to allow him to get back to the ball. Textbook. But obviously the receiver trying to get back.
Offense.
So offensive pass interference on White.
Wow. I don't see that.
Don't know about that one.
I don't see that. Terry had his back to the play.
That's going to be a big call right there.
And Reedhead was trying to go back for the ball. Terry didn't even know where the ball was. And
Reisdorf's losing his mind.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. But hey, on the road, you know you're going to get some bad ones. You got to make sure you play above.
I've called some bad ones.
Have you?
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Easy to do. Easy to do.
Never.
Speaking of bad ones, I understand you're a pretty good putter. Wide receiver to the left, full house backfield.
Oh my.
Reisdorf in the gun. They hand it off on the draw, and it's Turner who has not much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll end the third quarter of play. Fourth and final coming up next as the Show Low Cougars lead 35-21. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Listen, man. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And just how you handled that. We're going to have a talk a little bit later.
15 seconds.
It's cool. You came into my office, okay? It was my place of zen. And you had to expose me.
5 seconds, here comes your audio.
Expanding minds, transforming lives.
Look at Cody Irwin here on the sidelines of Payson High School. Cougars up 35-21. They've had really a great night offensively, struggled a little bit defensively, but we start the fourth and final, and they've got a 2nd and 25 to make up here from their own 18. They give to Reedhead. Reedhead hit in the middle at the, call it the 25-yard line. He'll be knocked down at the 26.
Well, I see that our feed right here is shaky. I mean, that was how hard that hit was. When you're a receiver and it's an inside screen like that, and you're coming back towards the middle, that's where the danger is. I mean, those are linebackers, the hard-hitting people right there, so he's got to protect himself.
Reedhead gets hammered that time, but picks up 5 critical yards here. It's 3rd down and 20. Wide receiver to the near side of the set, and they go 2 receivers right with Brown in the slot on the right side. Reisdorf to throw over the middle, wide open and incomplete. Just threw it just outside to Turner. Turner had to dive for it, and I think Reisdorf would like to get that one back.
Well, I don't think you got the first down, to be honest with you. I mean, that was a short flat. It's just one of those that those flat passes have been very difficult for Rhett, but he has made a lot of improvements when it comes to the touch passes, like we discussed in the first quarter. But those are the ones that you can't miss. My dad used to tell me when I played quarterback in high school, don't miss the layups. That's a layup. Can't miss them.
Reisdorf, after getting the play, comes out. This is a 4th down and 20 here from the Show Low Cougar 25. Cougars have been known to go for things like this. They're set up in an offensive set. They send Turner out of the backfield, and there's the punt. Reisdorf, nice punt to run the return man as it bounces at the 35 and rolls all the way down to the 26-yard line, where the Cougars will pick it up. And
where's the Peter call? You know, back in the day, you used to yell, Peter, Peter, Peter. That means get out of the way. I don't hear any Peters out there on punt return. Okay, but then also, I've never seen people play with the ball so much. I mean, our coach used to yell at us if we were even remotely close to it. And here, I mean, goodness gracious, they're like going up and playing, getting close to it. That's going to get you in trouble. I mean, with me, that may put a chill down my spine, man. I've gotten too many chewed out.
I think they're allowed to. I don't think they're allowed to say that nursery rhyme in high school football anymore.
I don't know. Yeah.
Under center is Ricky. Ricky rolling to his left, in trouble, gonna go down. Dalentini sacks him for a loss. Back at the 15. Jacob Mills there to help out.
That's Dalentini right there. If you know anything about Dalentini, he's got heart. I mean, he's got courage, and I'll tell you, that was the best play of the night right there. If you look at from start to finish and being able to just see the play through, that's exciting for him. Well done, getting a sack.
And that is going to be our Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game. Sorry, glass shattering hit of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass. Next time you're in the market for glass, be sure to check out Deemer's Glass. Hands down, the best place to call with quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass, 1-888-GLASS MAN. Pitch right on the option to Ross. Ross turns it up at the 10. Turner grabs his legs and knocks him down at the 13.
Well, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. That's kind of a desperation move. When you're starting to pull out plays that you're not really comfortable with playing or running. That's one of those right there that I didn't see an option coming, nor was it any remotely successful. Just pitch the ball and make it simple on yourself. But that's a dangerous, dangerous play, guys. I mean, if he doesn't get that pitch right, that's a fumble. That's a touchdown from Show Low. That's just iffy position.
34-22 is the score at Blue Ridge High School at homecoming as they are facing the Roadrunners. They're up 34-22 over Holbrook tonight. Here the Cougars lead 35-21. Ricky to throw, left side, has a man, it's Law. Law catches at the 12 to the 15, slips a tackle there at the 20, and out to the 24-yard line before he's brought down, and a late flag comes in as Turner and Mills combine on the tackle for the Cougars.
I hope that we have some youth watching this, because that spin-off move right there was successful because Jason Brown did not wrap up. It is important to keep your head up, use both arms.
Officials talking it over here. And there's been really a lot of delays when it comes to penalties tonight. Officials trying to figure things out. See a shot of the Payson Longhorn band. I don't think the official has, I'm not sure if the official has his mic on there. I think he turned it on. He's got it on now. So we'll have to track him down and make sure he gets that switched the right way. Well, maybe he doesn't have it on. Either way, it is going to be 4th down for the Longhorns. So great defense here by the Cougars to pin the Longhorns deep, force them into a punting situation, 4th and 25, and a timeout called.
Payson, that's the first charge timeout.
We'll step away with 9:07 left to play in the game. Cougars lead 35-21. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk 106.7.com.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountain's best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Welcome back to Payson High School. And for the young quarterback, Rhett Reisdorf, has up over 400 yards of passing tonight. 413, 22 of 28 on the night, and has scored every one of the touchdowns tonight in the air, 35-21.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a sneaky 413, huh? 413 yards. It's a sneaky, and it felt like he had a lot more drops, only 6 drops for the game, 22 for 28, but they were big drops. They were big. They were potential touchdowns, the potential first downs, big plays. Got to shape those up.
Well, and one was a reception for that looked like it's going to go for a touchdown that ended up being a Payson turnover in Payson's favor. Dolnich, low snap, handles it at the goal line. End over ender. Reedhead back to return this one. Bounces at the 45 and rolls to the 50. And what does Reedhead do? He backs all the way away from the ball.
Somebody talk to him, man. That was awesome. Thank you. Well, Reedhead has that IQ that we talked about, football IQ, and it's nothing to do with Jacobs. It's just understanding excuse me, not Jacobs, Turner. It's nothing towards him, but just understanding that ball, it's a game about one ball, if you really think about football. And so it's about protecting it and not making those errors that really could potentially hurt your team. So good job, Reedhead.
Tonight's been a great night for Rhett Reisdorf in the running for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. Came into the contest just under 60% passing and has gone well over that tonight. 28 of 22 with 413 total yards and 5 touchdowns.
Still
no
throwing.
interceptions. Rolling to his left at the 40, throws, caught by Garnier, and then hit in the kidney at the 40-yard line into Payson Longhorn territory, close to a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
I'll tell you what, that was a great job. I've seen Rhett Reisdorf roll out to his left more than any quarterback I've ever seen in my life, and he's right-handed. I don't know if they have like a bet going on at home with dad and son, or they already just know each other that well, but I don't know if I was as comfortable as him rolling to my left, but great pass.
Brown lines up as the slot. They send 2 receivers right. Reisdorf with Turner in the backfield. Turns and rolls right. Throw, and it is almost picked off. Garnier comes up with it. Has a first down at the 25-yard line. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down. And we get a penalty marker thrown in the backfield. It was Terry who had his hands on it, but somehow Garnier comes up with it.
Number 64, White.
That hurts.
Repeat, second down.
It was holding that the call. And so we've had a couple of those too, where looks like the Cougars are coming up with a big play, and then all of a sudden they get whistled for a hold. You can see the Cougar players there kind of shaking their head. Dallin Tenney saying, hey, let's get this right here. We got it. Second down. And 10 from midfield, right at the 50-yard line. Reisdorf hands to Turner. He sweeps left, cuts it upfield at midfield, lowers his shoulder, and bowls over a player, flips over a defender at the 45. That's Jaquez who came in to hit him, and he rolls over him and falls at the 43.
Well, I don't know how you get under the 5'7" running back Turner, but a man did, and that was an impressive tackle right there. But the low man always wins in football, and so great open field tackle for him.
Look at Dallin Tenney trying to get things fired up here on this offense, and you mentioned his heart, his play. You got the 1 sack of the night so far. Got our Deemer's glass shattering hit of the game, and there you see him with some of that team leadership.
He's a senior.
Senior man on the line, getting his troops fired up. 2 receivers in a bunch set on the right side, along with Jason Brown in the slot. Turner out of the formation. Goes in motion left to right. They throw near side to Garnier. Excuse me, that's not Garnier.
No, that's not. That's Cerna.
Cerna, incomplete to him. Pass thrown out of bounds on the near sideline, and he just missed him.
Yeah, well, that's working with one another. I think Rhett's been working with Reedhead for quite a while, understanding his tempo of running a route, just not used to Cerna and how he's turning out of his routes. Good route by Cerna, but also the timing is the key when it comes to throwing those type of balls.
Cerna, the 5'9", 170-pound senior. And in comes a Moto, and out comes Garnier.
The Moto's tough, man. He's still out there.
4th down and 3 here. Cougars up by 2 touchdowns with 7:04 left to play here in the 3rd, and we get timeout called. Timeout is called here.
Show Low, that's their first timeout.
By the Show Low Cougars. We'll keep it here with 7:04. Remind you, tonight's contest is brought to you in part by Black Diamond Auto Glass. Comes time to get your glass replaced, go to Black Diamond Auto Glass. They're the only installer that sends 2 guys on the install. They'll send 2 guys with them on the install to make sure the job is done right for you. That is Black Diamond Auto Glass. Plus, every insured windshield gets $50 cash back at Black Diamond Auto Glass. And with 7:05 remaining here, Jimmy, Cougars up 2 touchdowns. Are you going to pin the Longhorns back or go for it here on the 43-yard line?
Well, knowing Coach Reisdorf is probably going to try to keep the ball in his offense's hands. But I know that Rhett can throw quite a bit of yards. He's got over 400 tonight. Run the clock out. Let's go home. You know, let's keep our guys healthy. That's me personally. Right here is that opportunity. But you could do that only if you keep the ball in your hands, so they may go for it right here.
Well, they go with the jumbo package here. tight set across the line, tied in on the right side. 3 backs behind Reisdorf in the wishbone. Fake it to Brown.
Wide open.
Reisdorf to throw. Has his man. Throws it in.
Had him early.
Short. Had to come back for it, and it's incomplete. Knocked out by the defender.
Well, quarterback's all about timing. It's tempo. You got to get that ball out when it's open, not too late. That was one of those experiences right there. As a senior quarterback, he's even motioning it down there. Rhett recognizes it. You got to get that ball out when he's open, or even prior to him being open. And one of those, throw it late, you get it knocked down.
And you can see Emoto kind of limping as he comes back to the huddle here. Under 7 to play in the contest. The Payson Longhorns have the football on the 43-yard line.
It's only 2 touchdowns, Camden.
2 touchdowns, and we've seen Payson score in a hurry. Wide receiver left, 2 men back. Ricky throws,
there it is.
Caught underneath, comes near sideline, midfield,
out of bounds
at the Cougar 45. Jaquez on the reception, Turner on the tackle, along with Irwin. Good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
Well, that's what you're always looking for. Hey, those shallow crosses right there are hard to defend at any level, and that's a perfect throw for a quarterback. It's right in front of his face. It's an easy completion, but for him to, is it Jaquez? Yeah, you got to cross the field. I mean, and to get out of bounds, that shows you how deep everybody else was.
Wide receiver left, this time for the Longhorns. Ricky under center with the tight end on the right side, slot right. Play action, rolling left. No, he's going to keep. Quarterback keeper around the left side. He gets hammered. Jason Brown comes in and closes quickly and knocks him down in the backfield for a loss of 1. Gabbard in on the stop as well for the Cougars.
Well, that's not the answer right there. Running your quarterback right there, not the answer. Running the clock is not the answer. Putting the ball in the air, seeing how dynamic your offense is, and give yourself a chance to win right here if you're Payson.
You mentioned the quarterback, Ricky, the 6'5", 180-pounder.
It's a big old kid.
Not sure what's going on with our effects mic. We keep losing our effects mic on the field. We'll check that out. Nice pass across the middle. Good for a first down.
Get a tempo.
And that's complete to Keith at the Cougar 37. Call it the 34. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down.
Oh. Well, what's interesting to me, Camden, is why are you still huddling up? I mean, Payson's still huddling.
6:06 left to play in the contest. Down 2 touchdowns, 35-21. And in the gun here, under center. Ricky looking to throw on first down. He's in trouble, steps up, knocked down at the 35. Dallin Tenney, first one there for the Cougars.
Well, Dallin Tenney, is that the sack machine now for Show Low? What's going on? That's impressive. Hey, right there is what you're looking for. But as Payson, you cannot be able, you can't afford to take a sack right there, guys.
We're right here.
Running the clock. Now you're about 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Check 1, 2.
That's just one of those challenges where, as a young quarterback, I guess for Payson, but also understanding, hey, that ball is just going to have to be released to move on.
Snap in hand, give it to Law on the right side, has it across the 30-yard line to the 30, call it the 26. Jason Brown on the stop, along with Lynn.
He's a talented runner. Law is a talented runner right there, but this is also one of those things where it's 3rd down and short right now, 3rd down and 3 or so. It's important to stay on the field, but also keep your eye on the clock, guys. There's 5 minutes left. Still working on getting the play in. I mean, way too long.
Shot at Cody Irwin there on the Show Low Cougar defense as the Longhorns break huddle. And like you said, Jimmy, really not a lot of hustle or hurry there. Long snap count, little movement on the line, no flags.
You get a first down here.
Give up the middle, gain of about 3 across the 25 to the 22. Dolanich carrying for the Longhorns has a Payson Longhorn first down, brought to you by Mountain Mobile Auto Glass.
That's old school. Old school. No wristbands or anything. Run the play in. I mean, if you're trying to speed it up, that's tough.
Ricky, 4:16 left to play in the contest. Down 2 touchdowns. Fresh shutdowns for them.
Don't take a sack. Don't take a sack.
Ricky throws. Now it's caught inside the 20. Dolvich on the reception. Gets away from a tackler and dives close to a first down at the 12. And it'll be a good for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down for the Payson Longhorns at the 12-yard line.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
All right. Finally, the coach signaled in a play to Payson, so it seems like they're speeding things up now that they're sniffing the end zone.
There's the snap, and in trouble.
Miscommunication.
Ricky's going to go down. Dylan Gabbard got there first.
Well, that's the miscommunication. That just comes from repetitions, guys, and also fatigue, and knowing that you've got 4 minutes left, you're rushing, and just not handling the situation very well.
Excuse me, it's Dylan Gabbard, along with Dallin Tenney, on that tackle for a loss. And second down and 15 now. As the Payson Longhorns really doing what you thought that the Cougars should do, kind of burning clock here. Give us straight ahead, not much there. Shea Law gets it across the 15 to the 14. Yard to gain is the 11, I believe. Oh, excuse me, no, it's not. It's all the way down to the goal line, about a 1 yard line. So a third down and 12.
Not expecting a pass right here, guys. Third down and 12.
Third and 12 from the 13.
Got a boot out.
Left. Has some time, throws across
touchdown.
The middle, and it is.
That's a touchdown. Absolutely.
It is complete to Terry from 13 out, and he scores for the Payson Longhorns. It's a one-touchdown ball game.
Hey, well, that's that same play that they scored the very first play of the game, very first drive of the game, guys. It's that crossing pattern deep, back of the end zone. This one was a little short. Quarterback had to put it a little bit low because I think the defense had over-adjusted. But well done, nice catch. One touchdown game.
Point after try is up, it's good. And with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left, the Payson Longhorns have cut this lead with a Black Diamond Auto Glass touchdown to cut the lead to a single touchdown here. Cougars up 35-28. We'll be back in a moment. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk 106.7.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
I'll tell you, this has been the best game we've had all season long as the Show Low Cougars have been treated. I say treated. They've been treated to some great competition tonight by the Payson Longhorns.
I don't know if you were watching halftime, Camden, but I got a carrot.
Yeah.
And some ranch.
Yeah.
I was a little hungry.
Were you?
I think that was because, it's just a good game. I'm famished.
You had to refuel?
I did. I knew it was going to be a second half.
Nice. 35-28. Cougars with the one touchdown lead. Payson Longhorns tee it up at their 40, back to receive for the Cougars. Is that John Jenkins back there? Jenkins along with, I believe it's Gardner.
Oh, they got it.
Payson
they got that. They got it.
Come up with it.
Payson got it.
At the 34-yard line, Payson has the football, and the Longhorns.
It was like they weren't ready for it. They were not ready for the onside kick. They weren't even lined up for it. Like that's special teams.
Wow. What a game.
That was insane, Camden.
The Cougars come into this contest tonight and were favored by 4 or 5 touchdowns by almost every pundit in the state. And right now, Payson has a chance to tie this game up. 2:38 remains. They've got the football on the Show Low Cougar 35. They give the Dolnich on first down. and will carry across the 30 to the 30-yard line. Lynn and Gabbard combined on the tackle for the Cougars. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Well, that's scary, Camden. You cannot let teams stay in the game with you, especially when you're a more powerful, better team. It's just the way it is. And Show Low is a very impressive football team, but they have a tendency to play down sometimes to a different level.
There's the snap. They give to Law. Law has a couple across the 30 out to the 28-yard line. Law's tripped up there. And the tackle's made.
No, by Jamie Webb.
By Webb. And a 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Well, now the clock's not an issue, Camden. I mean, this is now, it's worked unbelievable. With that onside kick that I think the cheerleaders for Show Low knew was coming. And then Payson just runs down there with ease and picks it up. Now you have a whole minute 30 left in the game.
Payson, play. And look at that. They're going to jump off sides. Another procedure call. That's the 3rd tonight, and they always seem to come at critical time.
That ball, false start on the offense.
Well, when we're tired, we make mistakes. When we're tired, we make mistakes there, Camden.
And the official left his mic on.
It's like that commercial. Mic's on.
After the 5-yard penalty, it's 3rd down and 8. And the official's asking for the clock to stop here. And we may have to have Ron go over.
1-7.
You heard the official there asking for the clock to get set to 1:17. See if Ron can get him to turn his clock to turn his mic to mute. Or maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's good that we have the official in our left ear. Ricky to throw, and he's
first down throw.
Got the reception. It is caught for a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass first down at the 20.
What a mature throw. What a mature throw by Ricky right there. Not panicking, uses stature, steps up, completes a big pass. Hey, and adds to the thrill of the game right here. That's why we're here for high school football.
Clock under a minute. Fresh set of downs from the 20. At the Cougar 20, Ricky flushed, comes near sideline. Brown giving chase. Now he steps up, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. Looks like Webb was in on the tackle. Tackle was made, I believe, by Webb. It'll be recorded as a sack.
Payson, that's her 2nd timeout.
So the Payson Longhorns call a timeout with 41 seconds left. And Ricky doesn't look real great in traffic, kind of winging that ball around. I thought he was going to fumble it.
I did too. Right there's what we've been talking about all game. Both sides, Reisdorf and Ricky. Throw the ball away. Throw the ball out of bounds. And that's one of those things that is so hard because I'm easy. I can sit up here and say I can do it. But in high school, guess what? I was 10 feet tall and bulletproof, and I didn't throw anything out of bounds. Okay, so I get where Ricky's coming from, but if you move on to the next level, those are critical decisions.
Ball at the 26. It's 2nd down and 15 for the Payson Longhorns. But more importantly, only 41 seconds left on the game clock. And so they will come out after the timeout with a slot on the right side, tight end on the right side. Actually, a double tight set here. 2 backs split in the backfield behind Ricky. Ricky play action. Rolls to his left. In trouble. He slips out of the tackle in the backfield. Now steps up. Throws left side. And is it caught? No. Ball's loose. It's incomplete.
Wow.
Threw it into a crowd and looked like there may have been an opportunity for an interception. Reisdorf is coming off the field hurt. Reisdorf had a shot at that one, I believe, and he's coming off limping. 3rd down and 15 now for Payson, 29 seconds. Cougars with a 1-touchdown advantage here. 35-28, they lead it. And for those of you listening on our radio stream back home, we apologize. Struggling to keep that stream going here. For some reason, we keep losing our connection here at Payson High School. Brett Reisdorf has...
Show Low. That's her second.
Show Low calls timeout, perhaps because Reisdorf came off on that play previous. He was hurt, looked like he took a shot to the ribs. And
Show Low's tired, Camden.
Well,
Show Low's tired. They've been running around chasing Ricky for the last 5 minutes. And then, guess what? They got scored on not too long ago. Then they had to go back out there for an onside kick. Apparently they weren't ready or not, I don't know. And then they got to go right back out there and stop the offense again.
Absolutely.
So you're tired.
Absolutely.
And so this timeout came at a critical time. Reisdorf held it for a good time. Hopefully they come out and can stop them right here.
So the Longhorns need a touchdown here. They got 29 seconds. They got to take care of a first down at some point here with a 3rd and 15 after the timeout. If you're the Cougars, you keep everything underneath. Make sure you don't get beat behind.
No.
And you'd really love to see a sack right here. Dallentini talking to his secondary, saying, you take care of your job, and we'll take care of ours.
Just hold them off.
We'll get to them this time, boys. Look at Dallentini taking charge of the defensive line. Snap to Ricky, 3rd and 15. Goes deep right side, and it is knocked down! Great defensive play! Oh, what a great defensive play!
Irwin
got a hand on it. Ball was intended for Jaquez, and he knocks it down. Irwin knocks it down for the Cougars. 4th down.
Well, Irwin's a good football player, first of all. Being around him and seeing him develop, he's a good football player. Good young man as well. But on top of that, that's your senior making a play. That's what you're looking for. When it boils down to it, it's the veterans that can make those plays for you, inspire your team, and that you're looking to look toward somebody that can inspire you. Good job by Cody Irwin.
24 seconds left, 4th down and 15 for the Payson Longhorns. Twins left, tight end right. 2 men split behind Ricky on 4th and 15. Looking to throw from the 25. Goes deep, down the middle. Oh, it's touchdown! It's caught by Jaquez. A breakdown in the secondary for a half a second. Jaquez goes up for it and has the touchdown. And the Payson Longhorns are an extra point away from tying this game. Question is, do they go for 2 or do they go for the sure thing?
Oh, they're saying 1. Looking at the coaches over there, they're saying 1. By the way, every kick's kind of been close to missing for them. I just want to put that out there. Somebody from Show Low's always been close to blocking it. Kicker's been off just a tad, but he's made every single one. Let's just watch this next one.
And that was our mystery player.
We got timeout. Show Low.
Payson is fired up.
And that's a Payson timeout, the official just said in our left ear.
Why not go for the win? I mean, you got 17 seconds left. Why not go for it?
The Payson Longhorns have absolutely not been this type of a team all season long.
No way.
They put up 34 here tonight and looking at a chance to tie here with an extra point. They call a timeout here. You got to think that they're thinking about that 2-point conversion.
What do you have to lose?
Well, the ball game. If they miss, the ball game for one.
It's true.
Kicker tonight, Kenny Aries. And I thought the Cougars were calling timeout to ice the kicker, but I'm not sure you want to call timeout here because you might give Payson a chance to think about a 2-point conversion. I think Show Low wins the game. I think Show Low wins the game in overtime, but we'll see how this comes down. What a play by Jaquez, Ricky to Jaquez. A 25-yard touchdown score to pull to within a point after try here. It's the Cougars 35, Payson 34 with 17 seconds remaining. Don't forget.
Oh, they're going for it.
They're going for 2. They are going for 2.
There's the game, everybody.
Ricky under center.
Here's the game.
2 men split behind him. Hand off to the second man. He slips and falls. And the Cougars hold. The Cougars stop him on the 2-point conversion. Oh, brother, what a game we had here tonight. Show Low leads now by an extra point, 35-34, but don't forget, Payson's already executed a successful onside kick. So don't rest yet. This one's not over as we keep it here for the final 17 seconds and remind you that tonight's contest is brought to you in part by Black Diamond Auto Glass. Black Diamond Auto Glass, great place to get your windshield replaced. They always send 2 installers to every install, and also you can get $50 cash back on your insured install at Black Diamond Auto Glass. Say hello to Josh Craner and the crew out there doing a terrific job. Appreciate their sponsorship of high school football, sponsoring the touchdowns tonight. We've had a bunch of them tonight. It's been an awesome game to watch and to call.
I don't blame Payson at all. I mean, I've had about 14 Snickers up here. I just want to say that. It's a nerve-wracking game. But what an inspiration just to watch that defense come back out on the field after being scored on, after being exhausted, and see this, see them get a win right there. Or at least not necessarily a win, but a victory there.
Absolutely. And it looks like the Payson Longhorns make sure they get this teed up right. Aries lined up for the, looks like he's lined up for an onside. Cougars look like they're ready for it this time. And all their back men up tight. And the ball's loose. It's picked up at the 50. Toward the air. No, excuse me, it's Turner. Turner's gonna go. Turner's gonna score it from 40, or excuse me, from 65 yards away. Turner picks up the onside, and a lot like Arizona State last week, scored on the final onside of the game by Cal. The Show Low Cougars are going to score and make this game look a little bit further apart than what it actually was in the final 17 seconds. But how about this, Jimmy? We get 5 touchdowns in the first quarter, 6 in the first half, and what else can you expect in the final minute of the contest but to have at least 2 touchdowns? We'll see if we can get 3.
I don't know what to say. I lost my headset. I blacked out for a minute right there, but it was excellent. You know, that's what you want to do. You got to make plays. If you want to win big games, you got to make plays. The playmakers come out. Turner, nice job.
Absolutely, Turner returning that one to the house. And we get another timeout.
That's the third and final timeout.
We'll take this timeout with them. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back here to Payson High School. 41-34 is the score, and we apologize, our radio listeners. I believe we may have gone away there for a moment, but recap what's just happened. The Payson Longhorns score, and they're a point after try of tying it up, down 34-35. They go for the 2-point conversion. They slip and fall on the conversion. It fails. The Cougars, on the ensuing kickoff, on an onside attempt, take the football. Turner recovers it for the Cougars and runs it back about 59 yards for the score. And we get penalty markers thrown here as it looked like Terry was into the backfield awfully quick.
Dead ball, offsides, Payson. Repeat the try.
I probably would have done the same thing.
Just a point after try here.
Try to jump it and get a block.
Jump it and get a block, why not? So Cougars are up 8 right now, 41-34. Excuse me, up 7. They hand right side and they give it to the house. Jason Brown scores it off tackle right side for the 2-point conversion. And now they're up, 43-34. They go up 9. We step away with 9 seconds. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Doesn't have to be anywhere specific, but
okay.
You know, if they do
Jimmy suggested the bathroom
or something
song.
like that.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Although with that 2-point conversion, the Cougars make it a 2-possession game and seal the deal. We mentioned after the 2-point conversion failed for the Payson Longhorns, this game wasn't over with 17 seconds left. And it almost feels like even with a 2-possession game, it's not over with 9 seconds left.
This is the kind of game you want to be a part of. If you're commentating or whatever, it's a great time.
And they're going to kick it across the ground and give it to the Payson Longhorns at the 35 as the up back falls on it. And Dylan Keat recovers that one as it was the squirm kick across the ground by Gardenier. They elect to go across the ground and see if they can't get it to bounce off of a Payson Longhorn player. So Payson will have a relatively short field from their own 35 with 6.5 seconds left in the contest. Time to get one deep play, score for a touchdown with enough time to go for an onside kick. I don't think they're going to do it.
Camden, you know, Camden's got to let it go, and that's one of those things that hopefully the viewers, when you see them out and about in the community, just tell them, let it go, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, it's been a great game. Longhorns here are going to send a trip set to the left side, and they're going to go for it. You talk about letting it go. Talk to the Longhorns. Ricky's going to back up here to throw. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked for the loss. No, he gets away. Somehow he gets away. Unbelievable. Ricky throws deep, has a man wide open. Caught at the 30 by Keith. Keith stiff arms a player. It's Turner. Turner threw the ball away, and looked like he tried to pitch, but it fell to the ground. And that's going to be the ball game.
Yep.
That's going to end it. The Payson Longhorns hanging on to the end, but the Show Low Cougars come away with a victory here tonight, 43-34. Step away. We'll look at a chance to catch up with Coach Reisdorf at the end of this game. And also we talk about our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. And our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game is coming up next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. I want to know if Rhett's okay.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, lit to smile, love your smile.
Ace Hardware is certainly the place to get everything from hardware to tools, lumber to drywall, propane to wood pellets, and so much more. But did you know that Ace also has one of the White Mountains' best collections of artificial and silk flowers? Ace Hardware is the best place to find completed arrangements or get all your favorite individual items and make your own. If you're crafty, you'll love everything Ace Hardware has to redecorate your home or create unique, one-of-a-kind gifts in their complete craft section. Oh, and find an unlimited variety of herbal teas from the brand for tea's sake. Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Payson High School. Show Low Cougars with a victory tonight. They get the Payson Longhorns by 9 points. It was a great game. Lots of fun to call, lots of fun to watch. There's that kid right there, Emoto, who comes off limping throughout the game. A lot of players banged up tonight. But the Show Low Cougars able to come out of here with a win. They're going to be pretty happy about that, I believe, as they look back on this game. It was a tremendous effort by both of these teams. The Payson Longhorns had a chance late in the game with a potential tying score. They go for two and fail, and then it was all over. The Cougars run back an attempted onside kick. They run that back for the touchdown and go for two, and that's your 9-point difference. A missed field goal, or a missed try after, and then the successful two-point conversion, the touchdown on the ensuing kickoff for the Cougars, and that's your 9-point difference. But hey, hats off to both of these teams who played hard. You see Jason Brown there. What an effort by him tonight.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Looking at Payson, I'm just looking at them. I see a more organized team, a more disciplined team that definitely have a lot more going for them, a strong team, and I was impressed with them. To be honest with you, I was impressed. I was impressed with some of their coaching. I thought they're a little more dynamic than I expected, and they did catch Show Low sleeping a little bit. Just sleeping just a little bit, not expecting to fight to the fourth quarter, but that's what we were talking about in the beginning was, man, we're going to have to take this to the fourth quarter. Hopefully Payson can do that to show Low what's going to be needed to go into the playoffs. And then to get that kind of fight and then let it be an offensive juggernaut the entire game. I mean, just looking at Reisdorf, he had to throw for over about 42,000 yards tonight, you know? I mean, it was unreal. It's almost like video game numbers. But that was the type of game it was. It was entertaining, but also it's one of those things that do you need to go back and look at the defensive tape and say, okay, man, we have some things we need to really work on if we want to go to the next level.
Well, I'll tell you also, you talk about video game numbers. There were some video game catches tonight. His receivers were phenomenal as well. You mentioned the fact that the Cougars came into this contest without a whole lot of competition. You know, they beat Espanola Valley 55-14. They beat Chinle 62-8. They got a big win over Window Rock 65-19. They beat Coolidge 41-3. They beat South Mountain 42-6. Pretty much every one of those games was done in the first half.
Well, there's no doubt they can score points.
Yeah, and so when you look at that schedule as a coaching staff, you got to be real concerned about coming and playing a team that's got the type of caliber of offense and defense that Payson has. And well, I'll tell you what, we were impressed with Payson, but I think you're right. The Cougars came into this one a little bit flat and were surprised in that first half when they got punched in the mouth.
When you play, it's just like the Cardinals, for example. They play the 49ers every single year. They know each other. When you play a team that you don't know, like, you know, Winslow or something of that sort, it's different. But when you play someone like Payson, when you play every year, they understand how they can go back into film years and years ago of Reisdorf and understand how he operates. There's a lot more that goes into these games than that we really think.
Absolutely.
And so it's deep. This runs deep. This whole division runs deep. And you cannot go into any of these games sleeping.
Absolutely. And so the Show Low Cougars come out of here with a victory. We're waiting an interview with Coach Reisdorf. Hopefully that's coming up here in moments, but gives us a chance to talk about our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile. Love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics. And there were a lot of plays that we could have called the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, but tonight, Jimmy, you get the chance to pick one out.
Well, there was the back against the wall for Payson. I'm going to go on Payson's side right here. 4th down and forever, and you're going to, so you need to score to stay in the game, to win the game, to potentially win the game, and it's 4th and 15. It's your last shot. You drop back and you have to do a little bit of maneuvering and some magic to make things happen. Next thing you know, you score a touchayton, man.
Complete across the middle to Jaquez.
For about 25 yards to Jaquez, man. That's a big-time play right there. And that shows us that Payson is improving.
The potential tying touchdown tonight doesn't turn out that way as we get a great shot of the Payson Longhorn logo on the field here tonight. The Longhorns were really, this came down to an extra point. And you said, why not go for it? And they decide to do it. They fail, and that was really the difference of the game. As we mentioned, late in the game, Turner returning the ensuing kickoff 59 yards for the touchdown. He took it on the onside and scores it for the Show Low Cougars, which was a great little feather in the cap, especially for Turner, who struggled a little bit returning footballs tonight. He gets the final touchdown of the night and puts the Cougars up by 9.
Well, that's why I don't hang out at Honda Casino. I'm not a gambling guy.
You're not.
Hey, why not go for it? But I'm a quarterback, and I'm saying put the ball in my hands.
Absolutely.
Over, hey, let's kick this thing and go into overtime, because I think Show Low wins it in overtime too.
Absolutely. Yeah, 43-34 is the final here tonight. Time now for a Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear. You'll find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260, right-hand side of the road, just before you get to the Honda Casino. And the player of the game is always a tough one, because there's a lot of kids out there that were deserving. You talk about Jason Brown, you talk about Turner tonight.
Emoto.
You had Emoto, who came in and played injured. Rhett Reisdorf. You had guys on the defensive line, Dylan Gabbard and Dallin Tenney. These guys, all of them are deserving of accolades tonight. But who is our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game?
I want to say Dallin Tenney, just to give him a shout out, because offensive and defensive side of the ball, he played phenomenal. He goes to Rhett Reisdorf because the guy had to throw for 37,000 yards tonight to be able to stay in the game, and that was what kind of game it was. It's not always the case, and they needed to score points tonight to stay ahead, because Payson was scoring, and they put it on number 10's shoulders, and he got it done. I think he was probably, I don't know what his statistics were, but I think they were missing. I think he missed about 8 or 9 passes this game, and that's impressive for over 400 yards.
Rhett Reisdorf, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Let's check in with Ron Everingham. Ron.
Yeah, thanks, Camden. Down here on the field with Payson Longhorn coach Jake Swartwood. Coach, there, 34-35. Looked like you guys were lined up ready to kick it, call a timeout, decided to go for 2. Can you walk me through that process right there?
We had a couple talk with all the coaches earlier in the game as well. We talked about if we came to a point like that, we had a couple plays picked out that we wanted to go for 2. Show Low's lethal. We didn't want to go into overtime and sit there and get into a battle with them on a team that throws the ball better than us. So we figure we're at home. Let's try to punch one in, get it real quick while we can. So we came out to the boys. We said, up to you guys. You want to go 1 or 2 right here? They all voted for going for 2. We went for 2. First play call we wanted to go with, we decided to change away from, go with our ISO play there. Didn't get it. We got too much penetration there over our B gap.
So we saw what play transpired. What play, in hindsight, do you think might have worked?
I'm gonna hold it just in case we get a snowflake, or I'll tell you, I'm hoping to see these guys in the playoffs again. Our record not the greatest right now, but we are excited to be playing in the East, excited to be playing quality teams like this, and excited to try to get in the playoffs and see a team like this in the first round again. I don't think Coach wants to see us any more than we probably want to see them either. But we'll feel like after tonight we got some unfinished business. So
yeah, when you just look at records and coming into tonight, you probably weren't surprised, but we were a little bit surprised. You guys come out and just punched Show Low right in the throat. To start with, was there anything about tonight's game that surprised you, or did it kind of play out how you thought it might?
We had a bye week last week, had a little bit more preparation time. Here in Payson, we don't necessarily have a true rival being off the mountain, but a little tidbit for us is we call every week Show Low week. And this is who we want. We want to beat the best, and that's what we feel is the best. So, that we pretty much saw exactly what we thought. Some wicked draw plays, some really good screens, good downhill running, and of course you got a good pass game with the sprint out. So, everything that they do well, they did well tonight, and it's kind of what we expected. So,
what'd you tell the boys there at the end in the huddle?
Just I wouldn't trade them for any other group of kids in the world. I think we've got great determination, great heart. Great leaders and a good team. So, extremely proud of them. Didn't go our way tonight. I told them the best thing is, we're 0-2 against teams that are rated number 1 with Round Valley last week and Show Low this week. The good news is there's nobody else who's number 1 now. So we feel going into any game we should be pretty good from here on out.
You guys competed hard. Congratulations and good work, Coach. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Ron, and we'll wait now for a interview with head coach Reisdorf. And hopefully he'll bring with him his son, Rhett Reisdorf, who is our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store reminds you that next time you're in the market for hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear, best selection is out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260, right-hand side of the road, just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. And we'll step away, back with an interview with Coach Reisdorf when we return. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Guys, we're in break. Go to commercial.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zipline Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery target. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
So here comes your audio.
In Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Payson High School. Show Low Cougars get a 9-point victory tonight over the Payson Longhorns, and they're going to be happy to get away with that victory tonight. We take a look at some other scores for you. The Thatcher Eagles over St. John's tonight, 50-8. And let's take a look inside the numbers and go with our spotter statistician, Mike Caldwell, here tonight.
I don't know what kind of, I'll start with the mic here.
There you go, Mike. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks, Camden. Well, what a great second half. Payson again, pretty streaky. Just came out, and again punched Show Low right in the mouth. But Show Low, you have to give them credit, came back and made the plays when they had to. But really, Rhett Reisdorf just had an awesome game. 22, finishing up 22 for 30, 422 yards. Show Low added 59 yards rushing for a total of 481 yards. Had a couple penalties that really hurt Show Low. They ended up with 10 penalties for 85 yards, so that set them back a little bit. As Jimmy said, they had some trouble with the special teams, but overall they came together and made the plays when they had to. Payson pretty much outgained Show Low and outscored Show Low second half. Ryan Rickey came up and ended up throwing for 185 yards. And rushing, we had Dolnitchy ended up with 16 carries for 86 yards. Shane Law added 12 carries for 95 yards. And their total ended up 185 yards passing, 156 yards rushing for a total of 341. Really could have went either way with that extra point. I think both teams got better. Show Low needs to get healthy, but Payson probably learned a lot, and I think they're going to be tough the rest of the season. They definitely are improving, and they seem to be a young team, but great experience playing a tough Show Low team. So, back to you.
All right, thanks, Mike. You were supposed to take a few more minutes, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't get Coach Reisdorf. He's over there, Ron, if you want to go. Okay, so we're still waiting Coach Reisdorf. You can see him. He's on the phone, probably talking to some other media about the win tonight. And there's an awful lot to recap. 5 touchdowns in the first quarter of this one, and then about 20 touchdowns in the last minute of the contest. It was really a great contest. If you just joined us, the Show Low Cougars are victorious tonight. Final score on the night for the Cougars. They get the Payson Longhorns by 9. It was trying to find my final score here. I believe it was 35.
I think it was 300 to 29 or something like that.
45 to 34. I believe that's right. 45 to 34, the final score here tonight. And Jimmy, nice job color commentating tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You sound like an all-time pro. We didn't get a chance to put you on play-by-play, but that'll come next week. We'll throw you to the Wolves.
Okay. Hey, anything, man. Anything. I just love this game. I'm a football nerd. Been around it for a long time. My father coaches, my brother coaches, my other brother coaches. Just one thing that we do. We just love playing the game and then watching it. So if I wasn't here commentating, I'd be at a high school game somewhere tonight, enjoying the ball being thrown in the air. And who better does it than Show Low on the mountain? So that's outstanding. Other than that, thank you guys for having me. I love the mountain. I love the White Mountains. I love our community. And I love how much they adore the athletic programs that are up there. So I just want to be a part of it. Thanks for having me here.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Back with more here on our post-game wrap-up show. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Sunrise Park Resort is open more days this summer and 7 days a week during July and August. New this summer is the Sunrise Zip Line Tour. 6 lines of fast, zipping fun. Bring the family for scenic lift rides, mountain biking and bike rentals, a tube slide, airbag jump, climbing wall, and archery target. Stay at the Sunrise Hotel or rent a motorboat or kayak at the Sunrise Lake Marina. Visit the general store for all your camping and fishing supplies. For specific days of operation, call 735-7669 or go to sunriseskipark.com.
Hey, 5 seconds. Here comes your audio.
Get you on there,
East
dude.
End of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
You got it going on, man.
Tell you what, I make you guys look good. Oh. Final score here tonight, the Cougars win it 45-43. We have Rhett Reisdorf, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. And Rhett, you end up the game 22 of 30 unofficially with over 413 yards tonight. And what an outstanding game, no picks. Talk a little bit about what happened out there as you got 5 touchdowns. In fact, all the touchdowns except for the one returned by Turner.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was hard fought. They were a good team. I don't think we expected them to come out and hit us in the mouth like that. Like, we went into our big dirty set. In the beginning, we were inside the 5, and they came out and hit us in the mouth, so it was a good wake-up call of the season. I liked how we stepped up and won the game, kept our goals alive.
So when you were preparing for this game, did your coaches talk a little bit about the fact that, hey, this is going to be stiffer competition than we faced all year?
Yes, our coaches told us that this would be the hardest team we've played all year, and we try to prepare that way. But with our competition, I think we all got a little bored because we haven't really played much competition, and we got bored and we got relaxed, and that's not what we need to do. And now we need to go back Monday and come out firing again.
Talk about some of your teammates. Obviously, it's not a one-man band out there. Talk a little bit about that offensive line.
I love my offensive line. I think they deserve all the credit every single game that they put in. Guys like Dallin Tenney, just all 5. I can't name them all off. Well, I could, but I'm saying, like, everybody on my offensive line, they're amazing. A lot of people had to step up tonight. We had a lot of injuries. We have a concussion by Skylar Jane, and so Matt Anderson had to step up. I thought he played big tonight, and that was good.
We saw you come out late in the game. Looked like you were favoring your side. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I came up on this ball because I was playing corner, and I saw him loft it, and I said, no one's going to catch that. If anybody's going to catch it, it's going to be me. So I came up really hot, and I got sandwiched by 2 of the Payson's guy going for the ball, and I just got the wind knocked out of me. And I was like, Coach, I can't really breathe right now. Call timeout so that I can go back out, and that's what he did. So that was my situation there.
All right. Well, Brett, congratulations. Hats off on a great game. Jimmy, you got anything for him?
I wish I got a timeout for me once or twice in my life. My dad would have not done that. He'd have been like, sit down or go back out there. We don't call timeouts for hips and air issues. So I was impressed. I thought you kept your cool in a lot of situations. I like your game. I think it's different than your brother's. I like that your consistency of your accuracy is getting there. You could tell there's some different timing issues that you have with certain receivers. Yeah. But were you overall pleased? What grade would you give yourself if you had to go ahead? I know you haven't watched the film. What grade? I don't care if you're thrown for 400 yards. There's still a lot of things to work on when it comes to game management, decision making, etc.
I mean, it's hard to know without going on film. Like in film, we do plus and minuses for each play. We go through every single play offensively and defensively today. But without film, I'd say maybe like a B, I think. Just because, Coach Rice got at me a few times for trying to scramble too much instead of just trusting the arm and trusting that I could beat the corner that's sitting off 2 yards of my guy and getting the ball there. So I think I did a little too much running tonight.
I think you'll find a lot of success if you stay within the framework of the offense. But, that's what's made you and your brother successful when you've been playing was sometimes your improvisation. So I know that your dad's yelling no, 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 and then yes, yes, yes at times. But you want to limit as many times as he can get after you.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
All right, congratulations, Rhett. And by the way, Jimmy was yelling at you too during the game, so hasn't given up.
This is my friend, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, congratulations, Rhett. Go enjoy their win. We appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, brother.
That's Rhett Reisdorf, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. And I'm looking down to see if Ron is any closer to an interview with Coach Reisdorf. And it looks like he is still on the phone. I don't know if we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Reisdorf tonight. That'll wrap up our broadcast. 45-34, the final here at Payson High School. We want to thank our sponsors here tonight. Special thanks to Mobile Auto Glass, Ace Hardware, of the White Mountains in Heber, Show Low, and in Overgard, Sunrise Park Resort, Northland Pioneer College, Summit Regional Medical Center, Beeler Orthodontics, Subway, Deemer's Glass, the Indian Pine Restaurant out at Honda, Octopus Car Wash, Black Diamond Auto Glass, the Native Grill and Wings. And don't forget to check out the Native Grill and Wings after the game every weekend. Be sure to go down there. They've got the best wings in town at the Native Grill and Wings. It's right by the radio station on the Deuce of Clubs. Also, special thanks to, of course, our title sponsor, Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce. Best place to purchase your next car, truck, van, or SUV is out at Show Low Ford. And we'll remind you that we'll be back on the air next week. Our game next week will be this Payson team as they take on Snowflake. And we got a feeling that after tonight's game, there's going to be a lot of media that are going to follow us there. I think originally they didn't have that game scheduled, but it is probably going to be marked on everyone's calendar next week. We'll have it for you here on iTalk1067.com and iTalk1067 FM. We say thanks to the entire crew here tonight. Our producers, Isaiah Miller, technical producer, Shane Bobian. Audio and graphics is Tyler Roten. Our camera operators are Zoe Paxson, Isaiah Miller, Annie Cassell, William, Timmy Maxwell, and Tyler Roten. The executive producer, Mel West. Down on the field, it was David Lujan. Back in the studio, it was Ashley Harley, our in-studio producer. Blake Murchison, our on-site producer, along with Mike Caldwell, our spotter and statistician, and Angie Caldwell, also a spotter here tonight. And for Jimmy Bevel, Ron Everingham, we say until next Friday. So long, everybody.
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. High school football is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopeniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without express written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.